Hey, Rex Warden, what's up? How does it sound? Just testing it out. Hey, Methodist, how's it going, man? Hey, John, how's it going, man? The audio okay? It's quiet? Okay. So let me do this and boost the gain just a hair. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I was screwing around with some settings. Hey, Riku, how's it going? Yeah, so I was messing around with some the garage space and just playing around and just really quiet. Okay. Like too quiet. Let's do this. Move those up a bit. Yeah, because I'm using shotgun mics out here as opposed to my normal setup. So, how's that? Any better? Let's increase the volume. And playing with the new. Better? All right, there we go. Okay. How you guys doing? Yeah, so it's kind of a weirder setup than normal, so it's just kind of a little different. Is the audio quality okay? In comparison to how it's been in the past. Completely different mics, completely different USB board here, so playing with it quite a bit. Poor video quality from the Turbo. Yeah, so how I'm actually capturing the signal for this is actually coming through it's actually being converted by an HD CRT. So it's going in via RF. That's the only way I have the ability to capture it. And the CRT is actually converting it to AV. But for whatever reason, well, the CRT also has some pop caps in it. So it's just gross because it's RF in the first place. So I think I'm just lucky to capture TurboGrafx footage to begin with. But yeah. I should have grabbed another beer before we started. But yeah. But I was just messing around, figured I'd mess around with the green screen this round and see how it goes in the corner. Because the nice thing about the setup, I can do light gun games and things like that. But it is a CRT garage. Yep, that's completely what it went towards. Is the garage setup and the CRT. It wouldn't buy a new CRT for it. Actually, I had the CRT for a bit actually. Oh, walk around in front of the screen. Okay, let me show you guys. Don't really need the headphones on to talk to anybody. So yeah, so here's the green screen here. I'll give you guys a little virtual tour just for funsies. So here's the desktop setup with the laptop and the mics. And here's the TurboGrafx going to the CRT television on a ring light there. And that's being converted into a AV connection going through an HDMI to the Razer Ripsaw down here. So it's completely awful. And then here's the dog. Marga, say hi. Say hi. Oh, sit down. Sit. Good girl. Yeah. That's kind of the way this is going. Yeah. That's how we have it set up. But yeah. She's a pretty good dog. Yeah. All right. That's kind of the environment. And now for today's weather. So let me torque the camera a little higher. You're a little too high now. Oh, no. Oh, thank you. She's about 8 years old. She turned 8 last week, so she's doing pretty good. Hey, Gabriel, what's up, man? This is a game called Splatterhouse. This is what game this is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How's it going, Alex? Oh, okay. Go lay down. Go here. Lay down. Lay down, come on. Sit. Sit. Alright, lay down. Good girl. There we go. See, That's better, actually. The light was washing out the green, making it... Yeah! I don't know, I'm still messing around with it. I haven't messed with the settings that much, and... Yeah. But yeah. So it is legit 100% TurboGrafx hardware, so... That's pretty nice. Fun fact, in Splatterhouse, there's actually 0 time limit, and you can take as much time as you want while playing the game. It's pretty cool. So your wife was texting me. Oh god, and we're dead. But yeah, really good beat 'em up, really responsive, especially if it's on a CRT, so I can't blame input lag or anything like that. Oh, yeah, white balance is probably good. I'm using it's like a 1080p webcam. I'm not really using anything too fancy for this. That's probably why I don't look very good. And I think I look pretty awful. How's that? Better? Nah. Smooth. Yeah. Let's see here, the doggy is intent on ruining the live stream. Oh yeah, she is. She always likes to sit in the background and make noises and do stuff. But I think eventually what I'm going to do is actually just pull up another chair, because she likes to sit in chairs. Yeah? Yeah, you talking? Yeah? Yeah? Just bring your bed out here. Okay, they go down to kick. So it's kind of interesting, like the, oh god, that's the other way, I was looking down at the controller. There's the incorporated turbo functions in this game. That's not cheating. Oh, god, I suck. Oh, my 49-inch chest. Yeah. But how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, dog. Let's see here. How much did you pay? So I scored my TurboGrafx for a ridiculous amount. I only paid $30 for mine, and then I paid like $6 for Splatterhouse on top of that. So I got it crazy cheap. Come at me, bro. Oh god. This game's so unforgiving. Just sitting in a laundromat watching some slob play fuzzy looking... Yeah, that is very true. Oh god. Probably on a live stream. Yeah, I think I have a D&D RPG game we can play too. Hey, Starkify, what up? This is tight. Yeah, this is me being pretty lazy on my retro setup garage. But yeah, the nice thing, so in the future, I can do like podcasts with people because I have 2 mics, I can do stereo separations, that'd be kind of nice. But yeah, well... Leg at you, yeah. I need to get the 2x4. It's your main weapon. I don't think I've ever seen another game that had your main weapon be a... Oh, really? I couldn't jump that? A 2x4 before. Looking at the chat. This is the wrong kind of game to try and play and talk to the chat. Can I play Crisis? Oh, maybe. 2016 was damn good. I never met another person who had it. So it was awesome to have a 16-bit year. Oh. Yeah, I didn't actually meet anyone who had one of these. Yeah, this is Splatterhouse Earth. Yeah, I'm not hearing controller clicks. Well, yeah, it's kind of also, they're kind of further away, but the TurboGrafx controller is pretty quiet. Hey, Zeromancer, what's up, man? How's it going, Team USA? But I have to say, the funny thing, this TV is certainly doing a better job of scaling the oh god, we're dead again. Of scaling the game than my VCR does. So the nice thing, I can use this to actually convert my Intellivision and Atari 2600 and Atari 7800. So that'd be nice. And my dog's being angry. No, stay away from, no, stay away from me. Oh. No, she bumped the RF connection. Ah. Oh, we had it so smooth before. No. Ah, yeah, and this happens whenever the RF connection gets going. The dog just hates, we can't have nice things, can we, dog? Yeah, we can't have nice things. Oh, man. So the RF connection of this thing's really finicky in terms of coming out of the TurboGrafx. Let me try to fix this. Okay, I think it's as good as we're going to get for a bit. Great. Next, an Even Terrific playlist. Dark... Oh, I don't have that one. You get that one. Maz B, how's it going? Barker, lay down. Over here. Lay down, girl. Barker, lay down. Lay down. Good girl. There we go. Love the washout color. Yeah, it's good that's going through RF to a TV who's converting it to AV, so it's pretty gross. Too bad NEC didn't stay in the console game. Well, I think they did in Japan for a while. They released a number of iterations of the PC Engine there. Yeah, I need to get one of those. I just haven't, like, I only have like 4 TurboGrafx games, so I just haven't done much with the console. And of course I had the signal kind of good before, my dog bumped it a couple of times, so that's great. Yeah, this says Bonk's Adventure. That one's pretty good. My friend actually has an ever. Hey, Seven to the Doom. What's up, man? Looks like Irate Gamer on steroids. Oh, Vector. What's up, man? How you doing? The PC Engine, according to Top Hat. Wait, what? Devil's Crush. Oh, you can buy something called Deoxide. Thank you later. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. So I think, I don't know, I'm trying to wonder, like, 'cause I can get a good signal most of the time with this thing. But I'm not sure what, it's probably the TV too. Of course, now that I'm messing with it, I'm just making it worse. Oh, that's better. We can live with that. I hear that. Oh god, yeah. Did Catherine Janeway get away with committing genocide? Who did she mass murder? I'm trying to remember one in the show. There was like a couple of races she didn't help. I can throw weapons in this game. Oh. Damn, this is pretty good like graphics. A body rip it up like that? That's nuts. Oh, damn it, I pulled it with the controller. Ah. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna give one of you guys an epileptic seizure. I'm really sorry about that. The blood takes away the rust. My local video game store has about 30 TurboGrafx games if you want to expand your collection. Oh, cool. How much? How much are they charging per game typically? Oh, the ratio sheet doesn't help. Yeah, Janeway was very selective in her approach to the Prime Directive. Yeah, well, I know that. So this TV, it's an HD CRT, and whenever I run like an HD signal to it, it has some really odd distortions to it. So I'm pretty sure it has a blown cap somewhere. I just need to go into it and play with that. But I'm really worried I'm going to kill myself because I don't have anything to drain capacitors. I think we've had this conversation before. Oh yeah, I need to get an EverDrive, but I don't know. I really enjoy collecting legit hardware. Really hoping I'm supposed to jump down there. But how's the audio quality for me? It's kind of a different audio USB board for me, so I haven't. Oh god, okay, you have to jump that apparently. Like, oh come on. Really? How do you even jump high enough to get over those? That was crap. Why aren't you like Yahoo and have every what? Every done? Oh, every what? What are you talking about? Oh, the joke. Oh yeah, I'm just playing my backups. Duck then? Oh, maybe. We'll try that. Oh. God, this setup's way lazier than my desk upstairs. Oh, well, maybe I just can duck. Oh, you know what? You can't move jump them. You have to actually just jump. No. Okay, let's try the next one. Let's try going under. Nope, still hits you. Crap. Oh, God, really? If you hold up, you just look at the wall like the Blair Witch. Oh, God, what is this? Come on. Let's see. Have a good night, everyone. Off to Marathon. Oh, awesome, man. Good luck, Vector. Have fun in Resident Evil 2. Someone pissing that TV to fix it. Raz M gets it. Oh, wait, speakers are the best way to evaluate a mix. Audio is a big improvement, but listening on earbuds. Okay, that's good. Let's see, it's not murder when you sewer monsters. It's best to be safe and bleed them, but they really do. When the TV is off. Okay. I would just jump right in. Yeah, true. I was kind of impressed, like because when I found this, TurboGrafx are still pretty expensive when I found my system. But like the retro shop, it was called Play and Trade, and I think there's some like chain out of California, and they have their own internal metric value for retro stuff. And so they had this price for $30. This like pretty much all their TurboGrafx stuff was around like $9 to $6. So I got a pretty crazy deal on it. They even threw in an extra controller and the 4-player, or is it 3-player expansion? I think it's 4-player expansion, like, device for it. They have a multi-tap for it as well. Wait, what? Oh, how do I hear the game? So I have the TV in front of me, so I can barely hear it. And also, there's really not a whole lot of stuff going on in Splatterhouse. Pretty much all you really hear is like kind of like background tone to it. But yeah, I don't mean to grab another beer here. I just finished this one. Let's see. When you wanted to dress as Rick from Splatterhouse, your mom bought you a Jason Voorhees costume instead. Yeah. But yeah. So I'm not. Yes, I'm not listening to the game through that mix. I'm listening for the TV speakers. I just had the headphones on for whatever reason out of habit. Oh, the brand tonight is New Belgium Voodoo Ranger IPA. If anyone was interested, if they're interested in sponsoring me, they should go ahead and do that. Piss. Ah. Not a fan of IPAs, Baz? Ah. Come on, how do you even get past those? Oh, you have to like hold and then keep holding over. Mark it now. No, you stay away from the RF connector, girl. Alright, come over here. Come here. Come here. Stay away from it. No, don't kick it. Don't kick it. Come here. Come here. Over here. Over here. Over here. There you go. Alright, cool. Alright. Now sit. Sit. Lay down, girl. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, come here. Come to the chair. Up here. There we go. Back up. Come on. There we go. She's going to go and sit behind me now. Just gonna Carl fix it. Yeah. Oh, crap. I was too busy distracted by the dog. So I'm lucky and unlucky to live in Washington. Guinness, Heineken, St. Adams. Beer needs to be thick enough to chew. Let's see. Ian needs New Belgium, a decent Colorado beer. No, these are New Belgium. Let's see here. Sorry, I missed some of the chat here. Let me scroll back up for a sec. Oh, dog piss does. Okay, that makes sense. Facts check out there. No, God, no. IPAs are overrated. Oh, what? Not bad as against, man. Okay. Your mic is surprisingly good at not picking up the background. Yeah, so Alex, these are shotgun mics, so highly directional ones. Yeah. And the dog distracted me. I lost petting her. I'll grab another beer here in a sec, though. Okay, you just have to hit the button way harder. Oh, I'm alright. I'm grabbing another beer really quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, she just really wants to be the co-streamer. Here, I'll let her host the show. I'll be right back. Alright, sit here, girl. Alright. This is not gonna work out, dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. And I pulled the console. No! Oh, my God. Okay, there we go. Really, girl? Really? Okay. Dog just looks badass. It's J-Doggy World. See, if Jason dropped his TurboGrafx right now, this is all the rest of the architecture. Yeah, it's kind of the way we should do it. Oh. Oh, John. Oh, yeah, John is a cat, isn't he? Knew I should have drug her chair over here. Or drug an extra chair for her to sit in. This is the most brutal memorization games. I'm still on the lines of Rocket Knight. But this game, like, it's not... Oh God, really? Oh, no! It's not really unforgiving like a lot of other beat-em-ups would be. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh. I'll catch you later, Alex. Thanks for dropping by, man. Those piss monsters. I think they'd have to be. They're in a sewer. Do I go away? Holy crap. This watch could fix your heart issues. Oh man. Let's see. Not really unforgiving. Dies multiple times. Well, I mean, in terms of, I just suck. I have no excuse as to why I'm bad. But in terms of like other beat 'em ups, it's not necessarily as unforgiving as other ones. Hey, Kevin, what's up, man? Yeah, we're doing TurboGrafx stuff through my awful RF converter. Well, I don't know, I had it looking good at one point, but then my dog bumped the setup, and then it kind of got all gross. And I'd spent way too long setting this whole thing up. Okay, so we got... I was at the turbo function of this game, just beat harder kind of thing. This other 2x4, you just knock him against the wall. So the other games we have, Keith Courage, some weird Dungeons & Dragons one, and then another one. Oh god, no! Ah. Hey Zombie, what's up, man? Yeah. Oh, thanks. John, do you work tonight? No. Oh god. God, I suck. Yeah, man, first thing to pop into my head when I saw TurboGrafx Slaughterhouse port. Oh, yeah. It's a definitive game on the... Oh, God. What dog? What? What do you want? Okay. Sorry, I have a dog sitting behind me right now. Let's see here. Do I have to fix my screen, or is there a hole in your green screen? No, I just have an awful signal coming off the TV, so it could really... yeah, pretty much play it on channel 3. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is really... Oh, I didn't realize how gross this was. Okay, how's that? A little better? It's a little better. Okay, that's something at least. Are you sleeping already, Doug? Yeah, you're sleeping on me. Yeah, this is a CRT television. It's going through, essentially the game's going through it via RF and the TV is converting it to AV. So it's kind of a modulator on its own instead of using a VCR. Oh, really? Oh, God. Oh. What the hell? I wasn't punching, no! Ah! Bruh. It's Kingdom Hearts, the most expensive single-player game series to follow. Is it? I don't know. Didn't know if, is Kingdom Hearts, are the games actually like that, on the PS2, are they worth that much? I was never into Kingdom Hearts. Oh, what? BS, come on. Ugh. Oh, he outreached me like freaking Evander Holyfield. Oh, it sucked. What? I'm going to send you a box of high-quality RF cables. Do you have RF cables that convert to, what, a coaxial jack for TurboGrafx? Because I'm not sure if it's... the signal is kind of gross. I've had it look good a few times, but I keep bumping the damn thing. Let's see here. The real way to play Splatterhouse. Kingdom Hearts made him. Interesting. Kingdom Hearts 20 games that you'll have to play in order to know what the 3 main games are talking about. Yeah, I always figured it was just kind of a really odd, yeah, kind of an allegory of Final Fantasy VII. I remember my buddies like playing that game and trying to kill Sephiroth or whatever, like over and over again, and just constantly failing. Ah! I should have a Halloween marathon of this year. God, that body spillage is just nuts. Codename, how's it going? Let's see here. Maybe Alex Jones could help him. Putting chemicals in Kingdom Hearts and turning the players gay. That's gotta be what it is, right? The only thing that's problematic about this setup, I can't look at the chat as easily because I have to like turn my head a whole like 30 degrees to look at the other screen. God, if you don't land that one perfect, it kills you. Oh, God, they outrange you. I forgot about that. Ah. Oh, no! Forgot they have a longer reach. Using too much toothpaste when you brush can make... Oh, I never heard that one before. Okay. Japanese mobile games for flip phones and old exclusive browse Kingdom Hearts MMO are all canon? What? God, that's insane. Yeah? Yeah. Duck. Yeah, I could try that. Little Mermaid levels. Oh, man. Yeah, make sure you only use the Alex Jones ones, otherwise you're going to get that fluoride in you. That's... It's going to turn you... Yeah. Oh, man. God, these, like, random Goomba shells are kicking my ass. Okay, how are you feeling about this one? So the 2x4 is pretty much the ultimate weapon because you outrange everybody. Oh, God, really? Oh, pardon me. Hey, we did it. Alright. Water looks pretty good. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess you got better you figured it out later in life, Baz. Water looks putrid. Kingdom Hearts remade the Japanese exclusive flip phone games. Oh. What? The iOS games. Oh, wow. That's a lot of work. Oh, I think you have to fight a haunted chair. Oh God. Candles hurt me? Okay, I can just keep the chair pinned again. Oh God, it bounced. Ah, oh, the chair, the ultimate weapon. Okay, so dodge the candles. And apparently the liquor bottles that hang from the chandelier. Wow. Whoa. Oh God. Do I dodge that for a while, or do I have to fight it? Oh, and apparently I have to punch the knife. Okay. I'd say punching a knife out of the air isn't my first instinct for fighting a possessed knife. Oh God, painting now. Possessed spirit of some sort? Alright, saves 3. Oh, that's where we get the shotgun, isn't it? God, I haven't played this game in forever. God, I love my gross-ass RF signal. It just makes this for me. So let me catch up from the carrot. No one cares about Kingdom Hearts. Illuminati, ass boss. Greatest boss ever. The knife is a high crush. You need an anti-air. Oh, John, no, you can't drink, can you? Why? Okay, Bark, come on. Ugh. Get down, girl. All right, go lay down. All right, one sec, guys. I'm actually gonna let my dog sit up in another chair really quick. There you go. Okay, there we go. Alright, now the signal's better too. Alright, cool. Chief Thunderhorse. I love this game, however, I play this one on MAME if you can. Yeah, it's probably MAME is probably a good way to play it. I find myself preferring the TurboGrafx hardware, but this is just kind of a ridiculous way to do this. I know I'm known here. No ID needed. Alright. Oh, God. Can't remember if you need to save this for the boss. Oh, okay. Forgot about that part of the game. Oh God, I just really look at my signal, how it's coming on the stream. That's pretty gross. More of the spiked seashells. All right. Oh, they outranged me again. It's M40, and I can get card more for cigarettes and for beer. Oh, man. Wait, am I getting turned to Donald Trump? What's going on? My tan looking? Oh, that's the cleanest picture it'd been. Ah. It's all about finding the right spot on the carpet. Oh, what's going on? I had this. Now my green screen's all crappy looking. Ah. It's all about learning experience, right? This just looks gross. So we're just going to keep it that way. Oh, man. Oh, now you can see the light in the upper corner. That's great. Oh, God. There we go. That's better. Let's see. What part of the cable are you moving? So I've tried a few. Okay, so I have I've like multiple RF cables I've tried with this thing. The Sega Genesis one I tried looked decent-ish, and then I tried the actual RF one that came with it. And I don't know, I was getting really interesting feedback. Let's see, some new ports nowadays cost 23 bucks. Instant orange. Oh, man. Use the HDMI port. Oh, God, if only the TurboGrafx had that. Oh, wasting all that. Ah! Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was a bamboo shoot hole. Okay, great. Let's see. What does Planisher stopping gang violence here? Jeez, that was kind of a ridiculous video. God. Can't hug your children with chainsaw hands. Oh, God. Ate too many donuts. Oh, is the RF connector on the TurboGrafx an RCA plug? No, I don't think so. Oh, okay. The shotgun is a high crush only. You have to leg sweep the dogs. Okay. Don Sheen. Oh God, yeah, when he did the whole thing. Is that one? I don't know. I don't know, Jeremy. I'm using the what is it? Stock RF connector for the TurboGrafx. Because it also could be the TV I'm using as well. I'm probably just using it because it has these nice RCA's out, or AV outs on it. Okay, oh, come on. Oh, jeez. That dude's got crazy reach on him. Hey, Balthasar, what's up, man? I always wanted to play Splatterhouse. The thought of the horror games was crazy to me as a kid. Nintendo and Sonic ears. Piggy man. Ah, we're out of lives. I'm just gonna drink beer for a second and switch games here and switch to something else for a minute. How you guys doing? Oh yeah, there was the Ted Turner one. So it's pretty interesting. Donuts. Yeah, I need to work on my green screen a little bit because apparently my lighting is not dispersed properly. Let's go and switch games. Let's see what we can find. Well, not find. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so we got Keith Courage and Alpha Zones, Legendary Axe 2, and then Order of the Griffin, D&D. Let's see Keith Courage here. So I'm gonna go borrow some of my buddies. He has a Bonk's Adventure, I think Advance, or whatever the war game is on it. It's kind of an interesting Turn one. China Warrior. So here's the funny thing. So my Order of the Griffin game, this one is actually in a China Warrior case for some reason, and I don't know why. But I bought this forever ago. Oh God, that is all washed out. What the hell? Yeah, so this is why I'm kind of saying test stream on this one, because holy crap, that looks real gross. Oh God, oh man, what is that about? Man, that is just disgusting. Yeah, the nice thing though, from the garage streaming wirelessly to my router upstairs, it's still working pretty good connection-wise. So we have that going for us. But yeah. The power is yours. So we at least have that, but oh my God, what is this about? Why is it washed out like that? Holy crap. Oh, so is it true the TurboGrafx 16 was really 8-bit with a TurboGrafx? So it really depends on the values you apply to it, because you could say the same thing about like the Atari Lynx. So you had a 16-bit graphical processor on top of an 8-bit processor. So it was kind of like, yeah, you had the capability for 16-bit, but if you wanted to argue, they really technically kind of were 16-bit, but it's really dumb, and some people just want to argue semantics about it. Personally, I'm in the camp of that they have 16-bit capabilities, therefore they're a 16-bit system. What is causing this over here? I love how I have like a weird line, like right here. Love that. I don't know what that is. Okay, got it. I actually like to watch that color. Yeah, I need to play with my color saturation here and actually like work with it a little bit, but yeah. But see, I've read this game is all about a young boy trying to overcome years. Oh, jeez. Can I confirm? No, I don't know much about Keith Courage. I guess in terms of him discovering who he really is, I don't know. Him being courageous? Maybe? Who knows? So here's a weird thing. So I'm actually not doing anything to the signal. It's the TV it's going to that's making this all kind of washed out. Because the TV right now actually looks great, which it hasn't looked this good the entire evening. Seems a wire problem. Yeah, here, let me show you this. So if we look at the TV that I'm going to, it looks fantastic in terms of how the audio quality's going. But in terms of like why it's being streamed to the television so washed out, I have no idea. Yeah. And now I'm really fuzzy, so I'm like giving a weird interview. Wikipedia page doesn't say anything about sexual abuse. Yeah, so I guess, okay, Balthazar's got it. See, I don't know why it's all washed out like that. Turn the contacts way down. What is this game causing us? Let's try it. Switch for Keith Courage, something else really quick here. Let's try Legendary Axe 2 for a sec. And see if that has any better luck. No, we're washed out again. Cool. Okay. Weird. Turn the volume up and down. That's cool. All right, one sec, guys. God. The answer is a resounding no. What was that? Is Legendary Axe better than maybe? Who knows? I got too many damn wires to get through. Okay, that looks much better now, okay. So I guess it was a, so it's going through basically, so the TV is going RF to the TV, and then the TV is converting it to AV, which is then going to an AV to HDMI. So this is being converted a whole bunch of times. What? Oh man. Is this much better for you guys? The games did NEC rip off? All of them. Oh, yeah. Oh, we already started. Crap. I thought there was even more of a cutscene than that. I love it as the only attack is... Okay. Just straight up and down. I have the power. Is this better than... 2? This is Golden. What is this one called? Legendary Axe 2? That's the one we're playing right now. Hey, Jebediah K, what's up, man? What's this? That's a face cam? Yeah. We're gonna spoil you guys for once in your life. Even though I typically don't do those. I don't know, I figured, because I'm doing the whole garage setup, there's more space, and I have the green screen set up anyway for production stuff. I was just like, you know, might as well just set it up for streaming this way, just for fun. This game's a lot more forgiving than Splatterhouse. Oh, what? Oh crap, got a Castlevania whip. Nice. He's got this like really dainty walk with it. Sorry, this makes me laugh. I don't know why. Wait, whoa. Select is pause as opposed to run. Oh, this is actual console phase. Like, so this is that's why it kind of looks really gross for the most part, is because it's going through a TV, which is converting it to AV, then to HDMI, then it's being captured via that way, and forcibly upscaled up to 1080p. But yeah. Just dropping bananas. Let's see, I think brass. I think it's a ripoff of one of the Wizards and Warriors games on the... Game said Fabio. Oh yeah, the freaking cover had Fabio. God, it's like a... Wow, that's... Interesting animation they picked for this weapon. Yeah, this game's kind of rough. It's making me want to look back. Oh, man. Oh, crap. Run throws a grenade, apparently. Oh, God. Stupid fairy. Oh. Okay, apparently I can jump crazy high to get to him now, okay. So oh, I thought that was like a cliff into nothing. Oh, nice. Oh, what the hell? My jump button worked. Ah. Fabio was the governor of California. Wait, you're confusing him with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm pretty sure. Oh, he wants to run for governor of California? Is he even... Huh, I didn't know he was even relevant anymore. Jeez. Gay barbarian's greatest weakness of a woman. Oh man. Oh, what? Apparently her foot outranges my sword. Apparently I can get super leap though. Oh, that's a seashore booking thing right there. The hell is that, a giant robot? What is that? Or is it like a California raisin? So apparently standing in the exact center of the screen and just swinging left and right actually defeats that boss pretty easy. That's cool. Oh, what? Cyborg raisin? Yeah, that sounds about right. Chicks always kicking men down. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. California raisin is fucking die. Oh, man. So here's the funny thing, I can't tell if this looks better or worse than how I would stream it through a VCR. Oh god. Oh, it's good my life actually replenishes after stages, that's good. Who wanted to fight this guy or He-Man? Definitely He-Man. He-Man has the better coordination and, which I like. Prince Adam's pretty worthless too, though. This guy versus Golden Axe guy? Probably Golden Axe guy. Then Golden Axe, you have multiple friends to pick from, though. What's the best or worst case scenario for a Sony He-Man movie reboot? God, so I remember, what was it? Like, what, 12 years ago, they were talking about a John Woo reboot of He-Man, like white dubs and all. That would have been something else if they'd done it back then. I think worst case scenario for a He-Man film, like if they're doing a movie, it becomes relatively relevant again. Worst case scenario, they do like a Cartoon Network B-animation thing like they did to the Thundercats, and it kind of just loses interest and ultimately buries the franchise for another decade. But I think if they do something like... Because here's the funny thing. Like, if taken Dolph Lundgren and done He-Man back in the 80s and not come to Earth, I think they could have had a fantastic film. It would have done just gangbusters. But, you know, they went with the whole bringing it to Earth thing to make it more relevant to people. Ian said that like he's an expert on barbarians. Oh, man. How many doves would be in this movie? That's, God, I was sitting there like, there was somebody who made a comic about that, like years and years ago, like, and it was like just He-Man and Skeletor holding pistols at each other, and just tons of white doves flying in the background. So easily 100. I mean, like, Face Off had at least 30 in the church scene. Dolph Lundgren was the best Punisher. I don't know, have you watched the Netflix one, John? That one's pretty good, I thought. He-Man is an insensitive title. Well, here's the thing, Baz. I mean, they have She-Ra, who's the female variant of it. It's going up personally. Oh, thoughts on... Oh, hey, Kevin C., how's it going? Thoughts on the Lion King remake? ultimately, my primary thought on those is why. You know, it's one of those things where, like, Disney has discovered that they can cash in immensely on nostalgia alone. So they're going to keep making these films. It's ultimately, like, my wife and her niece, and yeah, my niece were watching the Beauty and the Beast remake. And it was just like, why? It was practically a shot-for-shot remake with a couple of extra stuff kind of put in there. And just pointless. But ultimately, Disney's going to keep making them because they're just going to make money. Wait, what? You make a track version of He-Man? Yeah, I mean, like, might as well. I mean, make sure everyone's included, right? What about an LGBT... LGBT, right? I'm offended. Oh, jeez. Hey, Rio Sabah, how's it going, man? Thomas Jane was an underrated... Was he the one, like, what, 2004? Was that the one we're talking about, Inigo? We will see a live-action Shrek remake. Well, they already had the live-action Shrek Broadway play. Ah. Okay, so I have to jump. Oh god, this is gonna be real rough. God, I feel like I'm in a DBZ episode. All these jumps I'm doing. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, crap, crap. Oh, really? The spacing is that off? Come on. See, Kevin T, I remember crying when I saw the first one. All they wanted to do was eat some free stars and then sharp... Wait, what? Oh, Punisher Warzone, that one. Okay, yeah, they did have a legit version of Jigsaw in that one. But I thought a lot of that one was kind of bad. Yeah, that was the one. Oh, yeah, I thought John Travolta was kind of good in that one. I enjoyed that one. I just thought, like, it was unfortunate they didn't go for, like, an R rating, because ultimately a lot of the stuff in that film was kind of weak. Is it normal that the video for the game has a lot of noise? Yeah, well, so Rio, this is actually going through so it's going RF to a TV, and then the TV is converting it to AV, and then I'm converting the AV signal to HDMI so I can digitally capture it for the stream. So yeah, it looks kind of gross. So because I don't have an AV adapter for my TurboGrafx. Okay, John, get your groceries, man. Yeah, pretty much. This is like literally this whole stream when I started. I'm like, well, I could do a light gun game, but I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to involve as many people because it would be I have to do a split thing, which I reckon probably would have worked better because I wouldn't have as much noise because it would have been AV out of a Nintendo. But I wanted to try and actually capture using this TV, which I got for like $10. It's got some pop caps on it, so the HDMI port doesn't work on the CRT HD or the HD CRT. But yeah. So it's converted 3 times. Yeah, it is. It is definitely converted a bunch of times into all kinds of different science experiments here. Oh, damn it. Oh, really? Ah, man. If Disney owns Minions, will we see a live-action Minions film? Probably not. I don't think we would, just because of because characters that stay in that realm, like, well, characters that are animated haven't really gone to live action in terms, well, CG animated haven't gone into live action yet. Stuff was animated from Disney's golden age, yeah. But the Minions, they probably just keep pumping out Minion movie after Minion movie if Disney had access to it. Where am I supposed to go in this part of the game? Supposed to go up or down? Let's go down, let's see what happens. The golden axe wouldn't treat me this way. I'll tell you that right now. Put a random jumping puzzle in it. Yeah, I have no idea like why it was when NEC was going like, you know what? When we make the North American version of the TurboGrafx, no AV port, just RF, straight up RF. Nobody's got those on their TVs. Not in North America. That's dumb. Like I found myself being incredibly jealous of Europeans for having SCART, just because of how much better that port was. Let's see here. What's your favorite ship from Star Wars? I got a Lego Haas Snowspeeder. Oh, okay, so my favorite ship has always been the Star Destroyer. Just the base Star Destroyer. Always dug it. Disney would kill me if they weren't all so. I don't know why people hate the new Grinch movie. Oh, is there a new Grinch film? Like it's like CG or something? I haven't actually watched it yet. I know how Walt Disney supported. Oh, was Walt Disney pro-Nazi? I don't remember if he was or not. I don't think. Because I know he did a lot of anti-Nazi propaganda stuff, like with Donald Duck and a variety of other stuff. Yeah. Millennium Falcon? Fair enough. So I guess I always dug the Star Destroyer just to like the very military design of it and just looked really sharp. Where the hell am I going? Oh yeah, Kevin, see the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon always bothered me. I just couldn't believe that they could fly that accurately with the cockpit off to the side like that. Just drove me nuts. Oh, 7 Bills in. God, I hope they pull EA's license, considering how just poorly they've treated the franchise. Well, not poorly treated, but just haven't done anything with it. Yeah, they've made, what, in the same amount of time, LucasArts made like 10, 12 games. Meanwhile, EA has pushed out 2, Battlefront 1 and 2, and that's it. They're like, oh, you know, Star Wars fatigue, that's the reason why. It couldn't be the fact that you're not making just... I mean, like, I get it, Battlefront is a fun concept for Star Wars, but this is not enough there to keep people coming back to the franchise. And the fact that, like, you pushed out Battlefront 1, and then within a year you have Battlefront 2 coming out. So people were already like, well, crap, why did I even bother buying Battlefront 1? Scarred his life, yeah, Scarred's pretty sick. Oh, God. Friggin'... Yeah, so... I absolutely love Star Wars: The Old Republic. I love 1 and 2. I played the MMO. Got max level for the first part before they released the HUD expansion. And I don't know, I was just really disappointed with what they what the MMO did in terms of storyline wise. What the hell am I looking for here? Like, this is a platformer, and I'm like, what am I doing? You go right. Why is this game so difficult? Okay, so I can't go right here. Interesting. Well, yeah, even like Battlefield 1 probably has a limited audience now at this point. Because EA is just mismanaged. Like, it's made their games so expendable and non-interesting in terms of where they can go. Do I go left? Oh! Oh, that's a doozy. I didn't expect to go left in a platformer. Thought there'd be something interesting at the top, but no. You can Mario Brothers off the top of their heads. Oh, that's good. I think I'm gonna beer here in a sec. Are you killing Green Army, man? Oh, it could be. Oh, Jeremy, what's up? I think you left at the bottom. I think I saw something down there. Oh, okay. Oh, Jeremy figured it out. Are they next on KOTOR 2? I don't know. I really wonder if they're going to do KOTOR 3 or not. Well, apparently there's actually a mod you can get for KOTOR 2 that unlocks a lot of the extra stuff they left out of it, which apparently makes the game even better. But I need to go back and check that out, because I really enjoyed KOTOR 2 because it made the combat a lot more fast-paced. Huh? What the hell? Where am I supposed to go here? I'm so confused. Okay. This is a problem with this type of stream. You're blocking the action on the left. Oh yeah, I can see how I would make this kind of gross where you couldn't see what's going on. KOTOR is not canon, unfortunately. Is it not? Xenomorph or Xenomancer? Wait, that's actually a good question. Can I wall jump? No, not that I'm aware of. Yeah, so usually like the games, the way they've been in the past, where I just don't show myself, it makes it, you see the game 100%, so I'm not blocking it with anything. Did that open a door? Huh. I have to grab another beer here in a sec. What game is this? Legendary Axe 2 is the game we're playing currently. Oh, man. They almost made Revan? Oh, man, that would have been amazing. Just, like, putting Revan... If they put together a Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars film right now, I think that would revitalize everyone's interest in Star Wars. If they could just hold that twist through the second film and just not give it away like a lot of the lazy writers would now, gotta be amazing. Legendary ass too. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Left. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it, I'm gonna grab the beer, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, what did I miss? KOTOR has too deep of a story for movies today. Does it? I mean, like, if they presented it in the same way of the game, but, like, streamlined some of the excess fluff, I think it could really work. I hope they remake 4 anyway. I want a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 more than anything. To make Star Wars movies interesting again, they should throw away the trilogy. Yeah, I think if they're gonna make an interesting Star Wars film, they gotta remember that the characters in the film are innately a part of it, and you need to make your characters interesting in order to make the film interesting. Because ultimately, if you make a character just too powerful, it just kind of it defeats any of the investment in the characters. You're like, oh, they're just they're really good at stuff, so really no point in worrying about what's going on. I'm so confused as to where to go in this game right now. Like, what am I even doing? Can I go back to the beginning? Going this way? Oh, I got nailed. Ugh. That was probably the way to go. I found... Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Wait, I'm continuing from the bottom of the shaft here? Weird. There's the new beer. Okay. Anybody remember Joe and Mac for NES? What? No, I don't remember that one. You know what comic storyline I wish they had made into a movie? Please say Superman Red Sun. Okay, wait. You need to go all the way to the top and go left. If you fall, you climb back up again. Oh, jeez, really? He needs a fridge near the garage. Well, actually, no, the fridge wasn't too far away. I just stopped to use the restroom on the way. Thankfully, so my office upstairs, I have to come all the way downstairs to get a beer. But the nice thing, I do have a beer fridge out here. I just need to hook it up. So you go all the way to the top and go to the left. Ah, come on. Oh, guys, got an axe with a frisbee on it. This requires all my concentration. Okay. No! What is this? Got the frame pattern right. Hey, Smil, what's up, man? It's the Jello Mac, also known as Caveman Ninja. Okay. Where you are now, where you go. Okay, okay. So I fall down that hole. Well, at the very bottom. Amazing memory capabilities. You can go in all directions. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. You know what movie needs a video game adaptation? Mac and Me. I'm surprised there wasn't a Mac and Me game, to be honest. I don't know why. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, if I fall in that pit, I gotta. Okay, so I have to make sure I jump that. That's a lot of bugs. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, come on. I don't want to die. Ah. Nope. Life. Life. Okay, okay. Ah, shit. Okay. Would pulled pork be good on pizza? Probably not, because it's kind of stringy. I don't think it would go well with the chewability of pizza. That's just me. Oh, shit. I mean, I miss your naked Rhodians. So yeah, my buddy puts it on his, but I don't prefer it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see pulled pork being that good on pizza. I don't know. This is me. Legendary Axe 2 from NEC. Okay, let's see if we can do Keith Courage again and see if we can actually keep the video quality semi-decent this round. Okay, we actually have good audio or good video quality this round. Okay, cool. Hey, yeah, the TurboGrafx is the PC engine. Yeah, this is a bit darker than it is on my TV out here, but it's kind of the best good as we're gonna get. Bacon and ham are fine on pizza. Yeah, Rex has got it. An alien who lived on McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Give him diabetes. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Filthy anime games. Why is he wearing a bicycle helmet? Or is that just what his hair looks like? Swedish fish aren't even good. Oh, man. See, it looks like he's wearing a bicycle helmet, but I guess that's his hair. Okay, but you can go inside. I am the prophet. I can warn you of danger. This is Rock Zone. Wait. Okay. That's interesting. Hmm. But apparently you can't take damage in here, though. You just get bounced around. Something I always felt like held the NES or the TurboGrafx back was the only two buttons it has. Let's see, I'm not a land meat eater. Decided to buy the veggie pulled pork with the cheap pizza. Okay. You eat Flansburgers. Huh. Oh yeah, Master System is... the Master System all around is a good system with the exception of the controller. I feel like the controller of the Master System pretty much held it back. Like, if they had gone with a more typical D-pad, I think it would have been a much better experience. Who's here? I am Wise Wizard. Do you want to purchase any book clubs? God, people live in really odd places. Veggie meat blasphemy. You're going to try something new, veggie meat, my brother makes. Master Roshi. God, I almost feel like he's not going to make that jump there. Whoa. Gundam? Alright. I love how the top of that Gundam is just a 45 revolver. Oh, jeez. Oh god, I thought I was gonna die there for a second. I'm like, no! Okay, run his paws in this one. Frank's here. See, I actually prefer the handling of the Master System controller compared to the NES. NES edges are too sharp. Well, I'd say, yeah, the form factor of a Master System controller is a little better, but I think the D-pad ultimately is where it holds it back, but that's just me. Respawn hell. How old is everyone here, by the way? If Sega didn't make the 32X and fully committed to the Saturn, would Sega be making consoles today? I think that implies the fact that... Sega was committed to too many platforms, period. So if Sega was to be a console manufacturer today, they would have had to have banked enough money from the Saturn generation to be viable when they hit Dreamcast. Because ultimately, the Dreamcast had corrected a lot of the mistakes and they were still crushed. But the Saturn had kind of really, it had pretty much completely broke the North American division of Sega. Like, they weren't committed to making the same product anymore. They just weren't as involved when Saturn finally hit. So I would say if Sega had done just Saturn and pretty much had made sure they could properly support the Genesis all the way through the Saturn transition, they could have definitely been more effective. But ultimately, my theory is that the Saturn is what kind of drug Sega down, because I don't feel like the 32X was that bad of an idea. What really killed the 32X was the fact that, like, Sega dev kits showed up at the same time to third-party developers. Like, so, like, you had 32X dev kits that showed up, and then you had Saturn dev kits that showed up at the exact same time. So really, really messed up with what these third-party guys were going to do. They're like, why would we bother wasting our time with the 32X if we're just going to work on the Saturn? So it really slowed a lot of stuff down. Interesting stuff there. But yeah, my grandfather used to hunt and fish until the 70s. Until the 70s. Oh damn. Hey Colin, what's up, dude? Yeah, pretty much. I'm kind of the opinion that like Sega, if because ultimately a lot of the stuff with the Saturn, like there was a lot of potential there, but the first iteration of the Saturn was basically a 2D powerhouse, and so what we got as the Saturn was basically a reactionary. Oh god, go down or up? So what you actually got with the Saturn was a reactionary type design hodgepodge console that they like strapped more graphics chips to make it more 3D compatible. So you didn't get as good of a system as you could have gotten if Sega had just waited. So if they released the 32X and then just kind of like, yeah, because ultimately the PlayStation was going to take the market by storm no matter what people did. Or no matter what Sega or Nintendo did. Because neither one of them really had a viable console ready to fight that particular generation of the war. But yeah. But yeah, ultimately, like, I'm just of the opinion that, like, a 32X, if you look at games like Metalhead and stuff like that, it was pretty decent. Then you had freaking that mixed together with the Sega CD. You had the Sega 32X CD. Decent looking. Pretty decent color palette. Could do FMV almost as well as the PlayStation could. Not quite as well as the CDI or 3DO, but yeah. Great what ifs you can talk about. Let's see, why didn't they believe that the 3D was the future? So there's actually it depends on what sources you read, but in terms of like where Sega was going, Sega of Japan still felt 2D was where the action was at. Because ultimately a lot of Sega of Japan freaking arcade cabinets were still 2D and they were still selling like gangbusters. But pretty much all that changed when Virtua Fighter came out. That game and the 3D polygons kind of changed everyone's perspective. But Sega was still slow to come, like, still lagging behind because they still felt 2D was the way to go. But Sega of America felt 3D was the way to go. But also Sony felt 3D was the way to go. So the PlayStation was built around 3D as their primary aspect, where the Saturn initially was built around 2D stuff. It was just their perspective. Sega had always made 2D stuff, and that was just kind of how they had made their money. And so Sega had pretty much just made 2D freaking sprite art that was just fantastic. So I think it was a mistake to try and do system add-ons. I don't know. I think trying to make a system more viable and long-lasting, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it was innovative for the time. I think it just doesn't work because ultimately you add a lot of variables in that makes it hard for third-party people to do. But yeah. But I mean, wouldn't it be nice if if you bought an original launch Xbox One, if you could buy an add-on for it that made it the same compatibility for 4K that the Xbox One X can do? I mean, that'd be kind of a nice modular thing you could buy for it, right? So I can see that as far as from a consumer standpoint, it kind of makes it more attractive, but now we look at it as kind of this thing like, why? Oh god, these guys are fast. Ah, they're beating my Gundam. Got him. Just barely though. Oh man. Just one little bear's opinion. Yeah. Let's see here. I think it's like strapping on a supercharger to a 3-cylinder car and trying to perform like a VA. Wait, Jeremy Dixon, who was Frank exactly? He said Frank showed up, and I didn't quite catch who that was. But yeah. But yeah, no, Colin, I can definitely see it that way. But in terms of like just making a product that's more viable for the market, that's more longer lasting, I think it's a really intriguing idea in that regard. But yeah. Ah, classic healthcare. Oh, no. Oh, game over. That's rough. Okay. Let's see here. Fun fact, when I was a teenager getting off this bus, I thought I could walk a few feet. Okay, that using animations when you change this game to show. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, Jeremy, I've never really played Keep Courage, so it's interesting to me. So I think if we did the same Mega Drive Master System marketing with the Saturn, yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. So, like a lot of people I talked to, because I was just curious about what their experience was with the Saturn. Like when they were looking at the Saturn and they saw the cartridge slot in the back, which was that memory expansion thing for it, a lot of people just thought it was like an innate expansion to allow you to play Mega Drive games or Genesis games. So it's kind of intriguing to me, but ultimately I think if those people had bought it and tried it, they would have been really disappointed. But then again, like Sega's gimmick before was the fact that like, yeah, our systems are reverse compatible. But I don't know, the Saturn was kind of just a complete abandonment of what they had done before, and they kind of went the Nintendo route because Sega was kind of egotistical around that point. Security in this game. Oh man. See, I guess personally, I think if Sega had released the Neptune, they would have been just much better off. Like the whole 32X Genesis combo. Okay, let's do this. Let's check out. So we got Order of the Griffin, Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see, what is the temperature outside? It's currently 34 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's getting pretty cold in my garage. That's unfortunate. Let's hope my giant CRT TV here would heat up the room, but apparently not. Continue from save game. Oh, interesting. Oh, pardon me. Care attributes. This guy's like no strength. Oh, I've been selecting them all. All right. We need a dwarf. Let's do it. What is this? Right here. What is that? Huh. It's not the mic. What is that? Alright, let's see here. Let's see, is the gamma really high? Well, it's more like, it's running through my up converter, so it's kind of bad. It's warmer in Idaho than it is in Denver? Oh, damn. Yeah, I would love to see Sega re-enter the console market, but ultimately it's just Sega's making way too much money as a console manufacturer, so there's no way they're no, sorry. Sega's making too much money as a publisher. There's no way they're coming back to the console market. I I take off my elven cap and robe. God, I feel like the video quality for my like camera is just as good as like an FMV game, so it makes me kind of happy, but also sad at the same time. Hmm. Can you guys hear my dog in the background being mad? Now, this game's got freaking great just. Get out! How dare you? Come in, come in. Let me give you some advice. You need a spellcaster in your party. Always rest after combat to regain your spells. Interesting. Hmm. So I heard Sega was in financial strain. Well, I think Sega's doing like, what was it? I think Sega, what, they did like $1.6 billion in revenues? They're doing pretty decent. I think they're having an issue with the fact that Sega and Sega Sammy merged, and Sammy is a resort slash gambling company based in Japan exclusively. And Sega and Sammy have had some strain in the sense that like pachinko gambling's down, resort stuff is down in Japan because of the recession, and arcade stuff is down. So they're having some strain in that regard. But ultimately, Sega's publishing business is still making tons of money for their company. Uh, Also, why do you have an Australian post bag in here? Oh, so Colin, so my grandfather, he commanded a U.S. Navy. He was a captain of a U.S. Navy medical evacuation ship. So during the Korean War, my grandfather went all over the Pacific, going from Korea to evacuate the wounded to Japan, going all the way into Australia. And when he got to Australia, he was at some random rail station and stole a mailbag, and that's how it ended up in my in my office. Yeah, if you wanted to know where that came into my possession. Well, yeah. Yes, Barca. Oh, okay. But yeah, actually, I still have the mailbag. I haven't hung it up anywhere yet. I need to find a new place to hang it. Give it back? No, never. Still federal property. No, I'm sorry, Colin. Australia's never getting that bag back. I'm sorry. He stole it in the 1950s. You're never getting it back. Oh, God. They're going to say you commandeered a vessel. Oh, that's too good. Oh, man. Lord Carbon is occupied at the moment, and will be able to see you soon now. Oh, not be able to see now. Never invite me over. Uh, and on Australia posting. Yeah, you can tell them they're not getting it back. I can tell you that right now. That Australian mailbag's been in my family for over, God, what, 60 years now? It's not going back to Australia. I'm sorry. It was one of the neat ones that would that like the trains would come by and grab them as they went. Yeah, I forgot about the conspiracy that Australia is not actually real. Take, well, Colin, if you ever come to Idaho, you can fight me for it. How's that sound? Oh man, shit, it's like Morrowind? Holy crap. Check this out. Uh-oh. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay. What rules, and is this by fist or game? Oh, fist, Colin. So I'm not gonna go. Not gonna go with any game or potentially risk it. The other bag is a quarter fact. Keep that shit. Yes. Let's say beat me in combat there, Colin. That's just the movie Postmates. Finders keeper. Oh man. Wait. Huh. Can I attack self? So can I not move my party? I can't select. Run? Action canceled? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, I'd be really curious to see if like you could somehow find a record of a U.S. naval officer stealing a mailbag from the Australian Post in the 1950s. If you find that, I would love to see it. Hey, Kevin Ball, what's up, man? I'll catch you later, yes, about man. Thanks for dropping in as always, man. Yeah, so this is more of a. It won't always look like this. It's just like this because we're playing TurboGrafx and it's being upscaled and converted like 130 times. Yeah, I have literally no idea what's going on here. Here? Am I gonna attack? What the hell? There is a TurboGrafx game. Wait, am I not getting any? I'm not hearing anything coming from the TV, so I don't think it's actually like any audio is actually coming out of this. Yeah, I'm not capturing any audio from the game, so like nothing's happening. Hmm. I might go back to Splatterhouse because I have no idea what I'm doing here. Let's hear my dog being mad in the background. Oh boy. How do I get skip turns so I can? Oh my god, this game. I have no idea what's going on here. Is that here? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got Sabaz left. All right, let's go back to Splatterhouse for a bit. Because I have no idea what to do in this title. Okay, that didn't look too bad. Still kind of washed out, but that's unfortunate. Oh no, I bumped it. Ah, damn it. But now? Better? No. No, still gonna rest. Oh, Colin, please do. You really need to steal that post bag, and then you can like show it to me. I'm like, I gotta take it back. See, I saw Turbo. See, I saw Turbo ad in comics as a kid, and I was sold, man, sold. No money, but it was still, but still sold. Dog. Hear my dog making fun of me in the background. Trade me. No, I'd much rather keep the mailbag my father or my grandfather took during the Korean War. Sadly fucked up. I just love the intro for this game. Just the music and all that. Wait, you getting game audio again or no? Okay, we're getting game audio there. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. So, like the Splatterhouse, you can sit at this screen forever and not have any problems. Barca, what? What's your problem? Oh, love line bats. I can do a Halloween stream of this. I didn't lose it 2x4 anyway. Let's see here. The only problem with this game is it's not a very good game. Yeah, I think that Splatterhouse is probably one of the original ones. Postal Sack Showdown. Yeah, I need to go bust out my. Because I actually have, well, my folks, they have a map of all the places my grandfather went during the Korean War. Because he actually took like a navigational chart and kind of like put it down. Just go over there and get out that Australian mailbag again. Game look. Oh, What? I thought I won. Game looks great though. Grandpa was kicking ass. What is demand? Really, Barca? Try cheating. Yeah, I really need to do that. Let's see. I was gonna Splatterhouse reboot. Damn it. Hey, Genovi, what's up, man? Hey, are you on Skype or anything like that? God, it is cold in my garage. This was a bad idea. Well, not a bad idea, but just I need to figure out a way to warm this place up. Because holy crap! Let's see. I have a feeling a new Splatterhouse reboot will play like Dark Souls. Oh, that'd be cool. Drink faster, yeah. So I'm already up to 3 beers. So I mean, that's I've only been streaming for 2 hours, so that's because I'm not sure it's not fast drinking, but I'm getting up there. I do need a heater. So I have a space heater, but I'd be concerned about how warm it, or well, how loud it would be. By burning the neighborhood children. Oh, jeez. Aren't you a school teacher, Colin? Okay, yeah, one sec. Let me hop on Skype here really quick, and I'll grab you in here. Where is my Skype? And it just launched Adobe Premiere by accident somehow. Not sure I did that. I just close Skype because I'm a dummy. Oh, you know, I should have tested Skype before I did this, because this will have entirely different mic inputs. Oh, space heaters aren't very loud? I'll have to do that. Sorry, one sec, guys. I'm trying to get Genovi in the call, and apparently I have to verify my email with my get the Skype identification code. Because apparently Skype is concerned about my account being stolen. Okay, there we go. Okay. So if, right, Genovi, are we friends on Skype? I can't remember or not. Barca, it's okay, come on. 24 bourbons and cokes in 7 minutes. Damn. Man, that's kind of nuts. Very drunk, very sick. I think my record of how much I drank in a short period of time was, I think I drank, it was like 2 fists of tequila over the course of like 2 hours. I was very, very gone during that. Huh. So I had Genovi on here, one sec. Well, apparently not. I thought I had Genovi in here, but I do not apparently. Barca, really? Come on, girl. You lightweight. Let's see. Well, the worst I did was 40 premixed cans of Jack Daniels and Cola. Wait, they have premixed cans of Jack Daniels and Cola? I didn't know they had that. Oh, here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Now I gotcha. Okay. Hey. How's that sound?
How you doing, man?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Let me go ahead and boost the volume. I think people can hear you on the stream okay.
Yeah, you have me on my truck phone. I'm currently driving. I'm actually pulling off to get a beverage, and I'm going to continue on my journey.
Oh, fun! Because you're in you're in Southern California right now, right?
No, I came back. I'm back in Oregon. I'm heading home.
Oh, okay.
I did my show. I met everybody I had to meet. Shook all the hands I had to shake. And I got back on the plane and I flew back.
Oh, all right. That's fun.
Yeah, I got a pretty good story for you. I'll tell you here in a minute. I'm going to actually leave my truck running so the phone call doesn't drop. And then I will...
Wait, is this one of those like old-time like cell phones that's literally built into the truck?
No, it's not that bad. It's close. Just close. I will be right back, all right?
All right, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Yeah, sorry that took so long, guys, to get that all set up. Let's see here. Well, the worst I did... Okay, so I had no idea they had pre-mixed Jack and Coke. That's fantastic. Barco, what? What, girl? What is your problem? Are you too cold? I think it's fine out here. Come on. You have a fur coat built on you. What's your problem? I'm just wearing a sweater. Okay, the next stream I do out here, I'm going to have my dog's chair set up right here. So you guys can watch her just kind of chill next to me. Really? Come on. What's your problem? Hmm? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the, Gotta get close to the swamp monster. Close the distance, gotta... Mike Tyson him. Ah! Make sure you Mike Tyson that, otherwise they will murder you. Ah! So I think Genovi is a farmer, auctioneer, and all-around balanced individual in terms of what he does for an employment. I'm not. It's pretty interesting.
Oh man, I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, so today was very eventful for me, man.
Okay. See, yeah, because you were in Southern California earlier today.
Yeah, that's right. I woke up down there. I stayed in Hollywood last night, and so I got up this morning, and I had to be over at the studio at 12:30, so I had some time to kill. So I went downtown. I talked to my brother. I've never been there before. It's for me, I'm really out of my element there. And of course, you've met me, so you probably realize why that is. But it feels very fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like going to Disneyland, but people actually live there.
Okay.
So when I'm cruising around, I see this big, beautiful building. It's like the most beautiful, well-maintained building in the whole city, and it is the Church of Scientology.
I saw the picture you shared in chat of that. That was pretty funny.
Well, I just couldn't resist, man. I had to go and check it out. So.
Did you hold the soup cans and get your thetans tested?
I did. It was so fun.
All right.
All right. So I go over there and they want to show me a movie. I ask them, "How long is the movie?" 20 minutes. All right. How long until it starts? Oh, we can get you in there right now. Come on in with us. So I go in there and the guy sits down. He talks to me for a minute, and he asks me where I'm from. I tell him I live in Oregon. I'm just down here because I'm doing a show, and I thought, I've never been to this town before. She said, "Oh, there's a girl that volunteers in here. She's from Oregon too." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." So I watched the deal, and this thing's like the wildest film you've ever seen in your life. I mean, it's just like watching a Twilight Zone episode. They actually gave me a copy of it on DVD. I should send it to you so you can see it. And it gets done, and this girl comes in. She's like, "I understand you're from Oregon." I'm like, yeah, I am. She says, "I am too." I'm like, "Whereabouts?" "For Hillsboro." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's nice up there." And she says, so come here, I want to show you something. And I walk out there, and she hands me this bundle. It's the Dianetics book with a Dianetics DVD and a Dianetics workbook. She's like, you need to take this home. She's like, yeah, blah, 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 and it's going to benefit you, and it's only $50. I'm like, I'm not interested. It's like, but it's only $50. Like, why would you turn this down? With all the improvements it can give you for only $50. I'm like, well, because I'm traveling on foot, and I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm traveling on foot, and I only have this little backpack. She's like, "Well, I can ship it to you. You really got to."
Oh my God, they really want to get you that Dianetics. Holy crap!
I'm not really interested in having anything shipped to my house. I'm
sorry. Don't give them your address. Oh, jeez.
I promised my wife that when I came down here that I wouldn't buy anything. She's like, "But it's only $50. But I understand. I said, I'll think about it, and maybe I'll have a change of heart when I get home, and I'll buy it online. She says, "Well, how much time do you have left?" And I said, not much. I really need to get going. She's like, "Well, can you spare like 15 or 20 more minutes?" I said, sure, I can do that. So we sit down, and she says, "Well, what kind of flaws do you think you have in yourself?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't. What do you mean flaws?" She's like, "Well, what about your personality are you unhappy with?" I'm like, "Well, to be quite frank, there really is nothing." She's like, "Well, there must be something in your life." I'm like, "Well, I'm pretty happy with everything, actually. I mean."
Oh God.
I said, the honest truth is that. Oh, she says, "Well, what do you want to improve?" I said, "Well, everything. I mean, I think it's silly to think that we're perfect. So everything about myself, I'm constantly trying to improve every single day, as should anybody else. But I don't look at myself and think that there's this glaring flaw within myself that needs improvement." So she says, "Well, I have something I really need to show you." So she goes and she gets this other book, and she cracks it open, and there is this big chart in there which tracks all these different flaws in humanity according to L. Ron Hubbard. And she goes over it, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's really interesting. That's insanely fascinating." And she says, "Well, this book is only a few pages, so it fits nicely inside that backpack. I know you won't want to carry around the other package because it's so big, but this is really small. It's only $5. You can spare $5."
Did you buy that one at least?
No. I'm like, "Yeah, you already told you." I'm always kicking myself though because I always wish I would have just bought it now. just to have the momentum
Oh my god,
of going there.
an official like copy of Dianetics. That's pretty funny though. Holy crap.
It was so
Sorry.
fantastic.
Somebody said I have become destroy. I've become the destroyer of cheap furniture. Oh man, this furniture kicked my ass. But that's fantastic. I was like sitting there like when you were saying you had a fun story. I was expecting like because you're taking pictures of the building. I was expecting like somebody from the Church of Scientology to come out and start harassing you for taking photographs.
Well, I was kind of hoping that would happen, but no, they just kept on looking at me, so I walked up and I mean, me personally, I'm very curious by nature, so it's no skin off my back or nose to go in there and say hi to everybody and chit chat and see what they're doing. And it's kind of like I only see Scientology stuff on YouTube and Reddit. And,
yeah, I've never met a legit Scientologist in my entire life. I guess I've only ever seen them on like the documentary Going Clear and some other stuff and Tom Cruise and Battlefield Earth. That's the only exposure I've had to that one.
John Travolta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really wild just how nutty the situation is. I've been into so many churches and other religious buildings, and I've never had them trying to push a purchase on me so hard. I mean, I can't. The only other thing I can really think of is if you've ever been to like downtown New Orleans or like down in Mexico when you have people on the street trying to like sell you something really hard. I mean, that's what it felt like. I'm just like, I'm not interested, and they're really trying to upsell this deal. I was surprised that they didn't start cutting the price. Well, what if I cut $5 off? How about $45?
Would you do it for 40? Would you do it for 40? Let's see. I lived in Glendale. Really, I know many Scientologists. Oh wow.
Oh, so that wasn't the end. I said, hey, before I go, what about this? Oh, because he asked me, do you know anything about Scientology? And I said, the only thing I know is you guys got this funny machine with two handles you hold on to. And she says, you can't be serious if that's the only thing you know. I'm like, nope, that's it. I don't know anything else. Tell me everything else. Tell me everything else.
Tell me all you got.
I wanted the virgin experience, So, so at the end, she says, well, if you're interested, since that was the only thing you knew, why don't I show you one of these e-readers, these e-machines? I said, I would absolutely love that. Would you please show that to me and how it functions? She said, certainly. So she takes me over there, and she turns it on, and she has me hold these two deals, and she's explaining how it works. I'm not really paying attention. I'm just kind of looking at it. It's kind of crazy looking. So I hold the two cups in each hand, like two aluminum cups.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, okay, I just want you to think about something. So I do, and she says, oh, that's off the chart. You must have been thinking about something really painful. What were you thinking about? And I said, I was thinking about my wife. She says, oh, that must be really bad. I'm like, no. I rather like my wife, actually. She's like my best friend. I don't have no ill feelings towards her. She's like, well, it must be something repressed. I'm thinking, like, I've only had been with my wife for 14 years now, and very, very rarely, maybe just a couple times in our whole entire relationship have we ever gotten in any kind of disagreement, And we just really get along well.
Mm-hmm.
It was just silly. It was really silly.
That's fantastic. Oh my god. So where are you at now? Are you just driving home, or are you just like out getting like groceries or something?
Oh no, I'm driving home. I just landed, and hopped in my truck, and went to YouTube to see if I could listen to something or watch something on the way back. And I saw you were streaming.
Yeah, I'm doing a test stream from the garage right now, and apparently my wireless connection is actually pretty damn good, so I can stream no problem. I just need to figure out a better way to convert the signal from my TurboGrafx, because it just looks like garbage. And my dog is just being so mad across the garage right now. I'm not sure if you guys can hear her or not, but yeah.
How many, obviously I'm not watching this, how many people do you have on stream right now?
Oh, I'm like 11.
I saw Kevin Ball there, so hey Kevin.
He was here, I don't know if he's still here or not, but he usually crashes around this time. But yeah, so we had a couple there. Oh, Mike, what's up, man? Oh shit, you mean we have to look at? Yeah, Mike, you gotta suffer through this, man. Barker, what? What is your problem, dog?
He's not liking whatever you're doing there.
Well,
He's like, I don't know about this whole entire TurboGrafx deal.
Well, yeah, she's sitting over there in the other chair in the garage, just staring at me, just being mad for some reason. No idea why.
So the rest of the trip was pretty good too. I think probably the most interesting deal was when I went up into their green room. The green room has clear windows so I could see outside, and a YouTube show called Cheddar has the rest of the building rented, and so I could see their whole entire setup and their people working in the background.
Who is that?
I'd never even heard of them. Cheddar, I think it's called. I can send you a picture of their logo.
Never even heard of that. Because this is for Anna Faris's podcast, Unqualified?
It's a spin-off of Unqualified, a new show that they're doing. So it was with Topher something, and then the other guy's name is Sim.
Oh, so Topher Grace?
Topher Grace and Sim Penny or something. He actually is the other half of Unqualified. And then they had a comedian, I can't remember her name either, but she's supposed to be really famous, kind of lesbian lady. I don't know.
This is the one from, the picture? So I think the one from The Big Bang Theory? Is that the one you're talking about?
I have no idea. I'm so out of touch with that stuff. I don't know what.
I love how you do like a in-depth YouTube channel about Atari Jaguar stuff, but modern pop culture just eludes you completely. It's just fantastic.
Like you don't. Yeah, they asked. They were like, you don't know who that is? She's like one of the greatest female comedians of our time. Well,
Amy Schumer?
It was. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea.
I actually don't know. I've never seen her perform, but I know she's really annoying looking.
I couldn't tell you who the greatest female comedian is now. It's kind of interesting. Let's see. Oh my God, Barco, what? What is your problem? I'm gonna grab another beer. Do you mind hanging on for 1 sec? I'll be right back, guys.
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll be right back. Let me make sure take my dog inside so she stops complaining.
I do apologize to everybody else on the stream that I can't really interact with you.
Oh yeah, you can keep regaling them of your story about LA or like whatever stuff you found interesting. Yeah, I am wearing Sonic slippers for whatever reason. I'll be right back.
Yeah, what else did I find interesting? You know, it's just a crazy amount of people with cameras, a crazy amount of people taking photos and sleeping in the streets. I mean, it's I guess it just depends on where you come from. I live out in the country here in Oregon, though. I actually work outside of LA once a month, but that whole entire Hollywood area, it's just so. It feels like you're in a movie set. Is what it feels like. It's really crazy, and nobody feels like they're being genuine. Beyond that, man, oh man, the Atari Jaguar. We're working on the next release for unreleased Jaguar, which is my show that I'm working on. It's kind of exciting, I guess, for me. I think I have some good stories coming up. I'm going to get to share with y'all, if any of you guys actually watch my channel. I had an interview, probably more interesting than anything else I've talked about. I actually had an interview with Nolan Bushnell yesterday. I was on the phone with him for about an hour, and that was a lot of fun. That guy is an incredible person, an incredible personality, really funny, and it was absolutely amazing to sit down and be able to have well, it wasn't a one-on-one. It was me and 3 other people, so it was a panel. But just to be able to sit there and chat with him and ask all the questions that were submitted and the questions that we had, and just have an engaging conversation with him. It was an hour very well spent. I think probably one of the more revealing things is that he is essentially embarrassed by modern Atari. He has completely disassociated himself from it, and he doesn't like to talk about the modern Atari. It just embarrasses him what they have done with the Atari name and what they're currently doing with their full production line. I tried to talk to him about the new VC BS, and it was essentially something that he didn't want to talk about because he finds what they're doing to be extremely shameful.
Oh, what I missed? What happened? What happened?
I was just BSing. I don't know if anybody's listening.
No, that could be. Oh yeah, Mike. This is Genovi. He's a fantastic retro channel. Does really in-depth type of. He has a really fantastic series about like unreleased games, things like that.
Yeah, I was talking about my Nolan Bushnell interview.
Oh yeah, you just did that. Yeah, you were telling me about it. Or well, you mentioned it. How'd it go?
That was yesterday. Oh man, it was awesome. That guy is great.
I could see that. So, did you actually ask the question I put in the chat for you?
Yes, I did.
What was his reaction to that one? I'm just curious.
Which one was your question?
If he had stayed and fought Time Warner, does he think Atari would have like survived the crash?
110%, he does think so. He had consoles already in the works to come out in 1980, which would have been as powerful as the NES. But when Time Warner came on board, they actually discontinued all those projects and stopped going forward with his ideas.
Oh shit! Okay.
So that's kind of he really kind of contributes. And I'm probably going to lose you pretty soon here, so I apologize for that. But yeah, that was a really interesting part. He completely blames Time Warner for the video game crash of the 80s.
I can believe that. Yeah, for sure.
And he says it would not have happened under his leadership. One thing I didn't realize is that he had a non-compete clause should he be let go from Atari, so he could actually work in the video game industry for 7 years after being let go.
Well, I know he had gotten around it by starting a. Well, I can't remember what book I was reading, but like he had gotten around that non-compete by having a like tech incubator company. So he was kind of like developing third-party arcade cabinet kind of stuff, but he couldn't be direct.
Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, not Chuck E. Cheese, but he had another arcade company he was working on. It was like he developed these almost like the Neo Geo cabinets. Something along those lines that could be changed out. Like I know he had worked on something like that, and he had gotten around the whole non-compete thing by having someone else develop it for him. Something along those lines, but yeah.
And he's currently working on a set of board games that are going to interface with Alexa.
Really? Oh yeah. I guess saw a thing actually on my Google feed about that.
Yeah. So he says buy his stock now because he thinks it's going to blow up.
Oh,
right now it's at a penny.
His stocks are at a penny?
For this new company that's getting ready to launch.
What's the company?
Buy the stock now.
What's the company called?
I will listen to the interview again and I'll tell you what it's called. He gave me the stock number and the company name.
Well, let me know if it's only a penny. Shit, I'll buy like a couple hundred shares.
Yeah, I told him I'm gonna buy a couple hundred shares and get rich off you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that was interesting. He was describing his newest board game that's coming out. I think he says it's releasing here in a month or two, and it's going to be very similar to Bandersnatch.
Really? Like it'll...
That's how he described it.
Huh. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see, Indigo Montoya asked, Nolan Bushnell hates modern Atari. No, you don't say.
Yeah, absolutely can't stand them.
Sonomaru, how's it going?
That was Yale's question.
What was that?
Yeah,
we're losing you. You're going through like your.
For him, how he felt about the VP.
I lost you there for a second.
Am I back?
You're back, yeah. And you're gone again.
Oh,
what part of Oregon are you in again right now?
Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm in a real spotty area. I'm just in county, right above where you.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely. I'm losing you right now. All right, yeah, we just lost Yahel. Oh no, sorry. Oh my God, sorry. I've had 4 beers. We just watched Genovi, who Genovi has a fantastic retrospective channel. Hopefully we can get him back here in a minute. Yeah, so he actually had a meeting with Nolan Bushnell during, I think, associated with the Reddit r/Retro Gaming podcast. So we had a cool thing, cool filter. No, it's actually not a filter. This is a RF to my HD CRT, which is outputting as AV, which is then being converted into HDMI. So it just looks like garbage. So yeah, Zero Answer had a 7800 launch, and it was complete. Oh, so here's the thing though. So like the 7800 in comparison to like the Master System was selling like what 2 to 3 to 1. So it was actually doing pretty decent because it was being sold as a budget system as opposed to like the next big thing. So it actually was doing pretty well. Let's see here. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's not like I'm going for a stylized effect here. It just looks like trash. So normally I'd run this through a VCR, but I was testing out this TV because it has an actual automatic AV converter. But this TV has a couple of blown caps in it, so it's kind of unfortunate. Such vintage, so analog. Oh man. I need to get into this TV and like fix some stuff. I was trying to actually. There was a local ad for a Sony Vega HD CRT that I was trying to pick up, but I missed the window on it. I think it has probably the same relative capabilities. Then there was another Samsung HD CRT I was trying to pick up, but they did not respond on Let Go, unfortunately. Oh, God. Oh, we passed that at least. We're probably going to die in the next window, though. Well, I hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday evening / Friday morning. Gotta dodge the candles. I'm just standing in the corner and punch for a while. And if you do this right, you can actually survive long enough because we're going to fight the chair, which is one of the main bosses of this part of the game. So yeah, actually, you can actually just punch the chair to death from over here and not have to worry about it. I think it doesn't really get too crazy until the painting comes off the wall. Oh, the knife came in low. Oh, that dirty knife. Ah. Sorry, it's getting really cold here. Doing great day off. Oh, hell yeah, man. What do you do, Zeromancer? Yeah, so I kind of have tomorrow off, but I'm basically getting ready to go out to the desert tomorrow with my my unit. I'm just kind of enjoying the night while I have it. What's going on here? The game company stock is actually way under a penny. A penny gets you like 4.5 shares. Oh, wow. Let's see, you're actually working on marketing degree while I work PT and you and life brings. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Well, you work PT, physical training, or what? I'm not sure what I'm even doing. Yeah, John, I don't think you'd have it any other way, man. Damn, I'll have to check that out later. If a penny gives me 4.5 shares, I'll have to go on Ameritrade tomorrow and pick up some of those. There's God, if a penny gets you 4.5 shares, how much would $100 get? Like 4,000 shares? Hey, Ruin Mike, what's up, man? It's a camera. Oh man. Hey Mike, do I have you on Skype? You free this evening? You want to join a stream for a bit? About to play some Battlefield 4 in a bit. Okay. No, so you're probably not down to bullshit in a stream for a while then. Okay. God, I haven't played Battlefield in forever. I think the last Battlefield game I actually played aggressively was Battlefield 2. I think I tried out Battlefield 4, but I kind of hated Battlefield 3. But I kind of hated the browser-based thing they implemented. Ew. Just got my ass kicked in Life Force. I'm owing that. Scotch. Oh, yeah, I said you have me in Discord, don't I? Let me try Discord. Let's see what happens. Pause this. Let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and test this and see how it goes. Let's see, you're really quiet. It might be just a... One sec here. All right, give me some words of wisdom here. God, you're quiet. What's going on? Oh, Jesus.
Is that better?
There you go. Now you are. What was going on there? Your mic not powered on? What was that?
Yeah, I have my microphone hooked up with auxiliary cords, the red and white cables, so sometimes they get unplugged or something like that. It's really weird.
Wait, you have your microphone going in through stereo?
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, well, my sound card actually had it came with like a port that you could put in the front of your computer, and it had like the red and white jacks on it, and then it actually has like a separate volume control on the front of it too, like a knob and stuff. It's really friggin' slick.
Oh, okay.
Like, I wasn't even expecting all that. Like, my buddy was like, hey, I got a sound card sitting around, you want it? And I'm like, I mean, it's got to be better than the regular sound card, right? Sure, why not? And he hands me this thing, and I'm like, what is this monster you're handing me, dude?
God, yeah, so like, that's funny, because I haven't bought a sound card in probably... It's been like a good 10 years since I bought a sound card. Like, the last one I bought was like an audio blaster. Because I'm like...
Yeah, I've never bought one. I've always just went off of whatever the computer came with, even back in the day.
Whatever onboard sound card came with the...
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I found myself going more and more with like these USB control mixer boards, and I'm like, these sound pretty tight.
My problem with those is I always get like the slight buzzing because somewhere the shielding isn't being done properly with the cables or I don't know what the heck's going on with those, but I used to have like a USB setup and I just could not get the fuzz to go away, and I was like, I'm done dealing with this. I'm done, messing around with audio in post. It's taken way too long to get something out. I'm just gonna, go back to like a regular. I had an XLR cable that just went to a regular headphone jack, so I used that for a while. Then I went to go see my uncle in Buffalo, and he does like live stage shows and like plays in like a surf rock band and stuff like that. He's a nut, man. He does like stage shows like the hypnotism, and like he's really weird, but I love him to death because he's so freaking cool, man. But he just out of nowhere, he's like, hey, you want a mixer? And I'm like, what? Yes.
All right.
And he just hands me like this little mixer, you know. It's nothing crazy, man, but it gives me really good audio, and I'm happy with it. And I looked it up. You can get one for $60. So anytime somebody's like, "Hey, you got any suggestions for a setup?" I'm like, "Yeah, do you have like, 70, $80 to spend? Because you can have a really good mic setup for next to nothing for that price, you know."
Yeah.
Most people are breaking their back for good audio, and I'm like, you don't need to do that, you know. Like, there's older hardware that's still very good. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because right now, like, I have like the most psychotic setup going on right now. Because like I was, God, so like upstairs in my office where I normally do stuff, I have a like USB control board I plug in through XLR to my condenser mic that I use to talk with. But out here in my
Nice.
garage, I have these two gigantic shotgun mics that I haven't used in a long time, and I have them going into another like little USB controller board I bought that has stereo input. So I guess I have both these mics inputted right now. So I don't
No,
know
that's
how.
good.
Yeah, I don't know how it sounds, but I think it sounds okay. But
It sounds a little roomy,
hmm
but I mean, other than that, like when I stream on Twitch or something like that, I have like a microphone like right in my face. You're just like, "Hey guys, what's going on here? I'm playing some games," you know. So
Yeah.
like,
yeah, these
screw
ones
the
are.
sound.
Yeah, I'm also in it. I'm also in like a fucking 600 square foot room right now. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it sounds fine, like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than fine.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
all that matters. It's not like you can't be hurt or anything, so
hmm
it's clear, and I don't know, that's what matters. There's no
Yeah, yeah.
background, shit.
Mm.
You're not producing a video, you're chilling out, right?
Yeah, I was drinking a lot of beer and just playing TurboGrafx on a really shitty upscaler.
Yeah. So for the TurboGrafx, do you have any of the attachments for the back of it?
Nope. So this like so here's the way this is going right now, and why the reason why this looks so bad. So I have the TurboGrafx going RF into a HD CRT, which
Oh,
is
I know that's RF.
which is converting the signal from that to AV, which is going to an upscaler. So it just looks like garbage, but I'm like, whatever, it's just doing all the work for me. So I'm just gonna. And of course, this CRT has a couple of blown caps in it, so that's not helping the signal quality at all.
Oh God.
Yeah,
So you just see the waves going across the
yeah,
screen.
you see them
like,
right now as they're
little
going. Like, and then like I
lines
can
and
shift.
stuff.
Let's see, I can move the. Let's see what happens here when I shift the TurboGrafx around.
Oh no, it's like the Atari I had back in the day. I lost like the original cable for it, so I started using like the NES cable to plug it into the TV, and like you'd have to like jerk it around and stuff.
Well, here's the funny thing. I've never actually had this problem before. I think it's actually just because this TV has some blown caps in it. But I'm like, whatever. God.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. God, we got the really nice waves going on. I mean,
there you go.
yeah, whatever. I'm using a filter, guys. It's for stylist effect.
Yes. It's the true retro effect. You forgot to hook your VCR up correctly.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing, I think I'd actually probably have a better look with a VCR. It's the sad part.
I mean, anytime I go to the Goodwill, I always look for a DVD player with like
See, now that
in
is
and out.
so I'm like holding the system at an angle, and that actually looks pretty good. But yeah, okay. So I set it back down.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anything, maybe
okay, here we go. That's
put the cable like under the
that
system
is
and like
the
give it
best
a little.
we've.
Oh, there you go.
That's the best we've had all night. All right.
So yeah, when I had my TurboGrafx, I had a TurboGrafx Plus. No, what was this Turbo? What the hell?
The turbo.
Booster.
The turbo.
Booster.
What? No, what was it? The
Booster.
TurboGrafx. What was that thing called? It was like the TurboGrafx Nitro or Booster or something.
No, there
like
were two. There were the Booster and there was the Booster Plus.
Yeah, it looked like a car engine or something like that. Was the one that was
so
crazy looking, right?
Weird. It's so weird, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it had AV out on it.
God, that would have been a game changer for the freaking TurboGrafx.
Oh, Turbo Booster Plus, sorry about it. Not the Turbo Booster. Everybody's like, what's the Turbo Booster Plus? I've never heard of that.
I love how I have a random black spot, like right here, and I have no idea what it is. Is it? No. I'm not sure what the hell that is. But whatever. All right.
That's not like a microphone in the background
No,
or anything?
I have no idea what this is. It's just right there. For whatever
I
reason.
assumed it was like a microphone.
Yeah,
like
so
in the
here's the funny thing. Here's my mic, like right here. But I have no idea what that is. I don't know. I've never done the whole green screen thing before. And I'm just been messing around tonight.
It's got to be something like behind you in front of the green screen or something. Is there nothing there?
No, there's nothing there. That's so
What?
I have no idea what that is. It's like a smudge on the freaking webcam or something.
That's weird.
Yeah. This is just that's why I have test stream on the end.
Yeah. Whatever. Shit.
Can't expect quality from this. Then again, I can't imagine like anything with my channel's been associated with synonymous with quality.
I would say that, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the videos I actually work on and care about. Yeah, the live streams.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's not what I go for.
Don't put yourself down like that, man. You got your audience here, bro. They're listening.
Yeah.
They feed off of your doubt.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes. Self-doubt and misery. Yes. Let's see. They're saying you sound a lot like the Beastie Boys. It's probably because you're East Coast, right?
Sounds a lot like the Beastie Boys book. Well, I am from New York, and my name's Mike D. So
that could probably be a certain part of that. God, I really want to know what the hell's causing that black spot there. That is.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's just weirding me out. Like my hand goes in front of it. There's nothing on the green screen there. That's weird. That's really weirding me out. Like, what is that? What if I rotate the light? Maybe? No. It just made the spot there worse. Okay.
What the heck is
I have
that?
no idea. It's driving me nuts. I guess it's gonna be there forever. Oh yeah, but for Mike Mitchell, here are the Sonic slippers I'm wearing. That's only because it's like 20 degrees in my garage right now. It's just freezing.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice. I had a Sonic hat that was pretty cool. It was like a black hat with Sonic on the cover, and then underneath the brim, it looked like the Emerald Hill palette, like just like the brown and like light brown tiles or whatever. It looked really cool. And then I went to go put it on the other day, and I guess they got like a little bit of mold on the inside of it or something like that from something. I don't know. I'm super pissed about it though, because I've had the hat for like ever, and I doubt it's made anymore. And I'm bald, so I need hats to protect my head from the cold.
You're like, no, the sun will ruin my skin. Why? It's over.
Well, no, if you click on the video source for your camera on OBS and hold Alt, and you can right side to kind of crop the window so that black thing will go away.
Oh, someone's suggesting I move the camera. One sec here. Down and to the right. Let's see.
Yeah, see, when you move the camera, it moves.
Okay, but now I have a giant black thing here. What is that? What is that? Okay. What is the camera catching?
It's not. That's the end of your green screen over there.
Well, here's the thing, though. So the green screen actually extends well beyond both of these sides.
Is there a shadow being cast on it?
No.
From something?
No, because like I've gone insane. Like I have a giant ring light in front of me and two like soft shadow or soft cast boxes on the other side. So it's kind of nuts.
Shit, that's more than enough, dude. I do it with like my lamps. Like I have like 20 like lamps that I set up. It looks like the camera set up from the Matrix, where they like try to do the slow motion scene, and they have like the room full of round cameras. Dude, that's what I have such bad lighting.
Let's see. That's not this guy. Let me move the camera again one more time just to play around with it.
Yeah, dude. Like you said, it's a test stream, so.
Yeah.
You got your audience here. Everybody's willing to participate in the test stream, so use them.
Oh, you know what? You are right. It actually is the edge of the... Because that's a barbell down there. Oh, okay. I'm dumb. Oh, that's because the ring light has been slowly tilting forward throughout the evening and looking further and further down. Okay, now I know. All right.
Oh, that looks good.
The more you learn,
that's
right?
perfect.
Yeah, the more you
Yeah,
know.
no, dude. Like I said, green screens and the chroma key are like super finicky because if the color changes a little bit in one area, it throws the whole thing off. Like,
Jeremy takes my chat. It's like, I thought it was a bar. Yeah, it's my my 25-pound
yeah, I
barbell
was gonna
kettlebell.
say it did look like a bar, but I knew there was something there. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
there's
like, yeah.
something physical in between the camera and the
Yeah.
green screen.
Yeah, I use those for push-up burnouts. They're pretty nice.
Push-ups and burnout. I know the burnout part.
You'll use
Played that a lot.
so what you do is you do a variety of you do like you do like 25 curls, then 25 lateral lifts, and then like 25 behind your head lifts, and then you do a set of 25 push-ups, and you keep cycling through that until you literally just can't lift your body anymore, and it's like the most effective just destroy yourself thing you can do.
Jesus, bro. You probably feel that like right in the chest, like
Oh,
really
yeah,
quick.
it's nice.
Yeah, man, it sounds like it, dude. I used to go crazy, but then I just let myself go.
Well, my job with the army requires me to have to do push-ups and shit for annual PT tests, so I try to gotta make sure I can pass that shit.
Hey, is that wrong with it?
Oh yeah. Oh.
God, I'm not gonna lie, I hate the TurboGrafx. I've kind of forced myself to hate it because the games are so damn expensive for this system. Like, I bought one and I had a few good games, you know, like Bonk's Revenge or whatever, and a few other games, the Galaga 1990 or something like that, which is really cool actually. I really like that game. But like, man, those games were just way too friggin' expensive, man. Like, to get Splatterhouse is like $50, and I'm like, but I could get a
I think Splatterhouse goes for more like 100 now.
Yeah, well, shit, there you go. It's been that long since I've had TurboGrafx, so.
Yeah. I have like all my TurboGrafx stuff I scored for like fucking nothing. Like my TurboGrafx I got for $30. All the games I got for like $6 to $8. But I only have like 4 TurboGrafx games though. But I don't know. I don't really have anything against the TurboGrafx aside from it. To me, it feels like a prettier NES. It's the only way I can really describe it. So like you're still limited like gameplay mechanic wise, but it's just prettier.
It's prettier, yes. I personally think the sound is worse. Well, I believe that everything is just done off of one chip. Like there's no dedicated sound chips on it or anything like that. It's just everything is done with one chip: the GPU, the CPU, the sound processing. Or the PPU, whatever it was at the time, I guess.
I don't know enough about the TurboGrafx to really give you a good rundown. I guess all I know is that I enjoy Splatterhouse despite how brutal this game can be.
Have you played the arcade version? I should set you up with Fight. I should set you up with Fightcade and some of the ROMs for it.
I've never actually seen the arcade version. I'm sure the arcade version is probably like amazing.
It just sounds a little better. The look is actually still like really close.
Oh yeah?
To what this looks like. Yeah, no, they definitely did a good job with this. Like, I'm gonna tell you now though, once you get the CD attachment, this feels like a complete console. Those games are so much better than the HuCard games, I think.
Really? Okay.
A lot of them are.
How much is the CD add-on for the freaking TurboGrafx? Like what? $300 now? How much is that?
I wouldn't even say to do that. Just get the Super System SSD 3 thing that came out.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. They have that like what? The AV HDMI attachment, right? That does all of that.
No, it's RGB out. It's a mini DIN 9 actually.
Okay.
But if you have like the Sega RGB cables or anything like that, you can use those with it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
I guess my problem is I'm just not. So for me, I never really had a nostalgic appreciation for the TurboGrafx. It just wasn't something I ever encountered when I was younger. So I guess I
didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I didn't know it existed. To be totally honest with you, I had no idea it was a thing. Like I don't think it was even advertised in my part of California. So, like when I was growing up, I had no idea. So like as an adult, like I scored it for really cheap, and I kind of just been enjoying it from that perspective now. But I just don't have that same commitment to it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's
Gotta
why I
play it
was
again.
able to part with it so easily when I did.
I don't know. I'm a giant hoarder, so I just keep shit. Like, if I was to tilt the camera to the left, you'd see a Commodore CBM that I don't do anything with. And
Oh,
then,
I saw it earlier when you showed the picture on
Oh,
your
yeah.
Twitter or whatever. I just saw a Commodore with a big monitor, and I was like, "What the fuck does he have?"
Yeah, I have a Commodore CBM I can't do anything with. I got like some old Macs and shit. I got a Robbie the Robot from Radio Shack from like 1989. And then I
That's
got a
cool,
bunch of
though,
other
man.
CRTs that I just keep around just cause.
Virtual Boy, I could send you a Virtual Boy emulator also.
No, that'd be interesting, a Virtual Boy emulator. Like, I remember, like,
Yeah, man.
I had a buddy growing up, and, like, when I saw the Virtual Boy, I'm like, that's really dumb. And he's like, why? I'm like, because it's just a little headset thing. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, it's cool. And then he got pink eye from the Sears display. And I thought that was, like, the funniest thing ever.
Fucking sick burn, bro. That's great.
What system do you have? No, so the Commodore CBM one I have is the Model 8032. Hey, Video Game Hunter, what's up, man? My gosh, upgrade the video quality? No, never. This is RF quality. It's all you're getting.
Yeah, well, he actually went through a lot of processing with his editor to apply this filter to the video,
Yeah,
and you guys aren't showing enough appreciation for this
is
right
really
now.
important. What I'm doing right here.
You could technically make an effect like this and then make a short video out of it and then make a GIF out of it and then stretch the GIF over the OBS. Like, you could do that.
Oh yeah, what's really funny though, so I discovered with this CRT television, if I because it has some blown caps in it, if I stream something to it via component, I can get a really creepy looking signal. like it's fantastic. So you can stream a YouTube video to it, and it like distorts the hell out of it. It just looks amazing.
Damn, too bad you live so far away. I've got like a really good CRT that I don't have room for anymore. It's just kind of sitting there, and it's got component in, it's got S video in, and it actually has AV out on it.
So this one has this actually has HDMI in for a CRT.
Son of a bitch! Was it a flat, one of the flat panel ones?
Yeah,
or whatever?
it's like a flat panel HD CRT, but like it has some blown caps. So
Sick.
I'm really debating whether or not I want to take it to a shop here locally to get it fixed.
Yeah, I would, dude. I played a Hitman 2 for the first time on one of those, man.
Oh, man, Hitman 2
the
is a great
Sony
game.
flat screen. Yeah, dude, I remember the first time when you got to do the Russian sniper mission and you got to shoot the right person sitting at the table in the meeting, and it was, I was like, this is an assassination game. This is how you do it. Like, you got to sneak through, get the Russian outfit, pick up the sniper rifle and stuff. It was just so cool. You didn't get anything like that until that period. And I didn't get to play the first one.
God, even like God, I remember playing Hitman 1, like playing the demo when that came out first.
Lucky.
And like you would do the Hong Kong assassination mission, and you would just kill everybody in the tea shop, and then dump like 30 bodies in the sewer behind the tea shop, so that way you could get away with the thing. Let's see.
If that was
sorry, are you allowed to have a mohawk in the army? No, not technically. I mean, you can get away with a hard part kind of thing, provided the top of your hair isn't over 2 inches long, and then you have a nice even fade in between. So I mean, you could do something close to a mohawk, but not necessarily.
So almost like a 5 o'clock shadow with like a little line down your head, sort of.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Jeremy Dixon asked, "Is this a Samsung?" No, this is a Toshiba HD CRT actually. There was actually on Letgo, I was looking at trying to pick up one, a Samsung HD CRT, but I think they didn't respond to my inquiry. So I was like, damn it. It had the version of it was an HD CRT that had like 3 HDMI inputs. I was like, what the fuck? I need to get that.
How?
I was like, why would they make that?
What were they doing? Yeah.
I don't know, but it was pretty much, I think they already sold it before I even saw the ad. Yeah, Samsung Slim Fit, that's what it is. There was a CRT. What's that?
I was gonna say, what's your take on the whole PMV thing?
Oh, so I'm subscribed to Reddit CRT Gaming, and those guys are so obsessed with the PMVs. Holy crap! But I don't know. I'm not. Here's a funny thing. So like when I see a game and it's stretched to 16 by 9, it doesn't bother me at all. So I'm not like a purist in that sense. So like the whole PMV thing, I'm kind of like, eh. It doesn't really do it for me.
I don't get why people are super excited about 13-inch monitors. I'm like, what is going on here? Am I missing something? Is there something I'm missing that everybody else is on to?
I mean, like, if I could find one for, like, let's say, if I see one for $10 at a thrift store, I might pick up a PVM. But I'm not going to pay $100 for a CRT. When you could, like, literally, you could buy a 50-inch freaking flat-screen TV for freaking $100 now.
Dude, I could just wait till Big Garbage Day and take a ride around the block.
It's really interesting. Like, if I ever saw one for dirt cheap, I'd probably pick one up just cause. But outside of that, nah.
Yeah, I like you said, I think some of it's a little too crazy, and I don't even want to say purist, because we weren't even playing these games on these monitors. We were playing them on regular TVs.
Yeah, we were playing them on the shittiest CRTs money could buy back in the mid-1990s.
I don't know. I guess I'm out of touch. I just want to play the games most of the time.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, to me, like, I've been obsessed with the whole upscaling thing via SCART. And I've been doing it via, like, the cheapest SCART upscaler I can find. And just the fact
That's what you've been doing your Sega streams through and
yeah,
stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And I find those, like, it looks great. And so I can't really
justify.
I can't justify going any better. Like, I can't justify getting a FrameMeister or a
I would honestly say skip the FrameMeister, dude. The OSSC puts out so much better of an image, and you can actually upscale it to 5 times to properly fit a 1080p TV.
So I've heard that. So I guess honestly, I'm at the point now. I'm like, maybe one day I'll do that. But my cheap little European SCART converter that I got looks great, and like I think the funny thing is I think I got a good version of it because I've been pumping that thing. Probably put like over 1,000 hours into it by this point, and the thing has not burned out yet. So,
I was worried about my splitter doing that I got from over there, dude. It's a real cheap splitter, HDMI splitter, and I've been worried about it burning out from just leaving it plugged in. When I first got it, I'd unplug it at night when I'd go to sleep and stuff, dude. I was super paranoid because I was like, oh my god, it actually lets me like record PS3 games because it strips the HDCP protection properly. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's say a retro tank is perfect option with. Those are pretty good apparently. See, TVCRC says 20, 32-inch CRTs is all I need. So the one I'm using right now is like a 7-inch CRT, HD CRT, and then I have a monster CRT, which is like a 36-inch, which weighs like 180 pounds. It's like whenever I want a good workout, I'll move that thing across my house. And then I got like 2 other ones that are like I got this like late stage Magnavox, which is component and can do like 480i, so it can do pretty good image quality.
I've got all these VGA and CGA monitors.
No, like the funny thing, like I've abandoned pretty much all the PC CRT stuff. Like I haven't gone back to CRT monitors in a long time for that. But like CRT TVs, I've kept CRT monitors or CRT TVs because I still love Duck Hunt. And that's the only reason I've kept those around.
They have that like one HD thing where you could play Duck Hunt on a flat screen, but that's the only game that it works with.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, like there's this Eastern European YouTube channel I subscribe to where this guy, he's all about light guns, and he builds the most elaborate circuits and stuff like that to make make light guns work on like modern TVs. And I'm like, nah, that's way too advanced for me, dog. I'm just gonna keep the CRT handy, just cause. But like that guy's awesome. Like those things are out there, but I'm like, nah, I just keep the CRTs around.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you gotta like rewire your NES in some way to even get it to work. I think
it's more like now, like the way they've got it set up. Like you get a like an external modular box, and then you put an extra sensor in your light gun, and it apparently works. Like they've gotten it like a lot easier, but it's still like it's beyond the amount of effort I want to do to play Duck Hunt. Unless I'm just like, it's easier for me to keep like 4 CRTs in my garage than it is for me
I haven't played Duck Hunt in forever.
Ah, that shit's good.
Shit.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I still got that CRT.
So, oh god, my favorite thing about this evening when I was like grabbing this heavy ass CRT off the shelf to get it ready to go, I cut my finger open on it. I'm like, ah, god damn it. So like I did that, and I'm like, ah. I'm like, all right, they were still doing it, cause like whatever. And the funny part was like later I discovered I had to fish a piece of metal out of my hand. So I'm like, damn it. So I was like, oh, I'm committed to this stream now. It's happening because I had to dig this piece of metal out of my finger to do this shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you get metal in your hand?
So like, okay, so I set the TV on my entertainment center, and then I drug the entertainment center back a couple feet. And like in the process of me doing that, I like somehow grabbed a sliver of aluminum off the entertainment center that like went straight into my hand, and I'm like, ah, come on. But like so after that, I'm like, well, we're committed to doing this now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally CRC. To each their own.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? Everybody plays their own games their own way, you know? Like, some people would go off right now. Certain people would come in here and freak out because he's got his image stretched out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, here's the funny thing.
Like
so, like, the TV is actually like, the TV itself, it's going in via RF, and the TV is actually stretching it to 16:9 right now. The HD CRT is actually doing the video change here. And ultimately, I'm not going to change it because I like it, but other people are like, nah, you're fucking terrible. You're a monster for not keeping it at the 4:3 ratio.
Dude, like I said, I was literally compared to Hitler one time because I used a 16:9 in one of my reviews for an NES game. Literally compared to Hitler. The Holocaust because of a 16:9 NES image.
Oh god, that's great.
Like, what, dude? What are you on, man? I didn't even know what to say to the kid, dude. Like, it's just the most awkward, like, comparison for something like that.
No, it's just,
man.
yeah, some people get real pissed. It's weird. Like, you'll hit a random trigger when it comes to doing a random review of a game you liked on the NES for your own personal habit. Someone's like, no, you're a complete piece of shit for feeling the other opposite way. Let's see here. Mortimer, let's see. Mortimer Lafrette. Wow, nice game. Killing, wait, what?
Killing immigrants with a baseball bat.
Geez.
So nice.
It's a 2x4, sir. It's not a... Don't do what Hitler did. Don't play games at 16:9.
Exactly.
Oh man,
That's just so weird, man. Like,
what
the hell? Of all things to compare that to, like, Jesus, man. I mean, I've remembered it ever since. I laugh about it. Like, anytime somebody bitches about a comment, I'm like, well, there was this one time, guys,
this one time
I was compared to Hitler.
I was called literally Hitler for playing a game at 16:9. Well, I remember like someone like I can't remember what it was. Like I did like an Omicron Nomad Soul review, and I used the stretch image setting in Premiere, and someone like went off on me about it. And I'm like, ah, shit, I don't know.
Jesus, man. I love how like you'll have this whole like 12, 15, 20-minute video, and the one thing these people have to take away is the most minute little thing that triggered them, you know? And I'm like, Jesus, man, what the hell, dude? There's this whole video, and that's literally all you took away from it, yeah? Really?
Seven Bill Doom says, do you think Hitler drawn Sonic the Hedgehog did with... Wait, what? What do you mean Seven Bill? Like he did.
Do you think Hitler drawn Sonic the Hedgehog like he did with Disney character?
Wait, did Disney draw Sonic the... Wait, what? I'm trying. Like, so did Hitler have a Sonic the Hedgehog animated series he was going with, or something there? I'm not sure what you mean.
Is that why Robotnik has the mustache? It's like an over-exaggeration.
Oh God. Yeah. Let's see here.
That will burn all the animals.
Let's see here. Mortimer says, and you kill them with a bat, so it means you are there. Oh, what the hell?
I mean, Chris Chan drew a lot of Sonic fan art, too.
Oh, God, yeah.
Did you look that up?
No, it was what was it? It was down the rabbit hole, Chris Chan. I think
Down
it
the
was,
rabbit hole.
was the
yeah.
video I watched that randomly popped up on my feed. Like I was running on the treadmill one day and I watched that. I'm like, what the fuck? It was quite the feat there.
It's a decent channel. He's got this one interesting video about this guy who built like a city of rats, and like. It's really, I can't even like really explain like all the experiments he did with them and stuff like that. Like he built like.
We're talking about the one the guy built the rat utopia.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one. Okay. Yeah. That was pretty interesting. Like, but like I think it was the one where like, the guy, like he did like before that he would do the down the rabbit hole. Like he did like a Spoonie.
Spoonie, yeah.
Dark Side. What was it?
Dark Side Phil. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and then
the Rajneeshpuram.
Yeah, Chris Chan. Yeah, like I watched those ones because like I think what got me started was the fact like I was on a Spoonie kick one day, and I was like, what the hell happened to Spoonie? Because like he hadn't made literally hasn't made content since 2016 at this point.
He snapped.
Yeah, well, like I guess he was still doing live wires for a while, but I don't think he's even doing those anymore.
I don't know. I was never. I watched like I stumbled onto his Ultima reviews and I was like, oh, these are pretty cool. Some of the parts were a little awkward and stuff.
I've been watching Spoonie since like 2011, so like I've been like a fan of him for a long time. And then like he just like literally fucking went off his rocker and it got real weird. Like he did the Kickstarter, no, not Kickstarter, but Patreon. He was making like $5,000 a month and then like just stopped doing anything.
Yep. Straight disappeared. I guess he like promised he was gonna do like some sort of movie that he had planned or something like that.
Yeah,
and started getting money for it. He's just like, oh yeah, by the way, screw yourselves.
I'm still subscribed to the Spoonie subreddit, and those guys are all kinds of bitter about the whole thing. It's like, oh shit.
I've never gotten Reddit.
It's like a big old 4chan with weirder people.
I've never gotten 4chan.
I've
only recently started to get YouTube. Like
the best quote for 4chan was that I ever heard to describe that was weaponized autism.
I thought that was Rust.
Oh jeez, but that was like I heard that and I'm like, oh jeez, because like ultimately. It was a thing about. Ultimately, I think it was the internet historian who started talking about like how 4chan was this really effective thing if it was directed in the right purpose. And
any forum can be though.
Oh yeah, it can. Like, and I guess like so 4chan had done a thing where like they predicted where it was like 4chan versus Shia LaBeouf, and via the aircraft.
Oh, they found him.
It was like so he did Shia LaBeouf put a flag that was like you will not divide us. Yeah, and he put like a webcam on the flag flying in a field in the middle of nowhere. And 4chan figured it out via social media posts and then commercial aircraft flying overhead via like the pattern recognition.
Yeah,
they figured out exactly where it was. And then
flights for that day.
Yeah, but then there was another time where like 4chan figured out where an ISIS training camp was, and like basically got a U.S. airstrike called in on it. Because they figured out that.
They probably went right to Google Maps and friggin' dug in.
They figured out where it was via like the power lines and the associated images, and it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, you hear a lot of that shit though, like them like solving like old murders and shit like that. Like there's certain subreddits to like open cases still and stuff like that. You do hear a lot about stuff like that. It is cool, like I don't know.
Oh yeah, fascinating stuff for sure. The best 4chan prank still will always be the one where My Little Pony. That could grow up adults watching the cartoon. Oh jeez. Jeremy Dixon, Reddit is as useless as Facebook and Twitter. Oh, fair enough.
You see, though, I wouldn't have met you if I didn't have Twitter or Saramaru or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I've met a lot of cool people through Twitter and YouTube.
I think I met you through Jimmy, I think, so I met you.
I don't know. I remember you commented on one of my videos like a while back. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it might have been like you did the NES Advanced Controller. Was a video you did, and I was like, that's fucking badass.
No, there was one before, like way before the Advantage video that you commented on.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was funny, I used to be actually really active in the I think I was the only person on the Reddit/game review subreddit where I'd actually like post and comment on people's videos. I was like the only fucking person. I would literally go in there and I would just comment on stuff because like I would watch people's videos. I'm like, all right, cool, that's good content. And I think I have like at least like 100 something subs I got from that subreddit of people making content. Like, I would say 90% of them like quit. But yeah, I might have found you in there. Yeah, because ironically,
I did post a few times in Reddit, a very few select times I did, like videos where I was like, oh, these are pretty good videos. I guess I'll put them somewhere else too. Because I used to like not like self-promote or anything like that. Like I was that person where like I shamed myself for promoting. Like, what the hell are you doing, bro? No one else is gonna do it for you. Right? I know. I just had this skewed vision where like promoting was like, you know, cancer, where it was more like the sub for sub thing was cancer, but I never did that. So like I always saw it as cancer. Like, what? You've never commented on anything. You're just like, oh, cool video. Come sub me and I'll sub you. Like, what? Have you never gotten a sub for sub comment before? They're the best. They're so cute.
I've never actually. I don't think I've ever actually got one of those.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go to one of your videos now. Sub for sub, mate.
I think I've gotten people that have like posted stuff like, "Hey, you should come check out my video," and I'm like, "It's clearly just a bot post."
Yeah, I love that stuff. I just instantly remove it.
Yeah, I'll leave it, like I'll go watch their channel and be like, maybe if you're good enough, I might keep you around.
Here's the thing, I have one of those like tools that lets you like see stats and stuff like that. So like when I read my comments, I see how many subs each person has that's commenting, and if I see they have a large amount of subs, I'm more than likely to check out their video. You know, they don't have to leave a link. They could just be like, oh hey, cool video, you know, just say something about the video, like
that painting just
or anything in general, like.
Wait, someone said the like Trump or not 4chan. Wait, what now? What did I miss here? The best 4chan prank is still and will always be okay. Sorry, that one. Best 4chan prank was 2016 election.
Yeah, Jesus. Video responses.
Oh yeah, were those original?
They still happen. They're just not as direct. I could see why they got rid of them.
Well, YouTube doesn't promote them at all. Like, I remember it used to be like there were like what was it, like random girls that would do like YouTube response videos. Like they would do them to like every video ever made, and they would just be huge channels for whatever reason.
Yeah, like it wouldn't even be like relevant or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I could see why they got rid of this system. Shit, imagine them trying to get rid of that system now. They'd probably break YouTube.
Well, I remember like so back in the day, before like I wasn't actually even on YouTube. Like when I started my channel in like I think it was like 2009 when I started making my garbage content. I had started on Blip because I'm like, Blip's the place to be, and like I posted my video there, and like Blip was like, yeah, you could be a member, cool. I'm like, all right, sweet, Blip's where I'm gonna be. And so that was like a gigantic just waste of my time in terms of where my channel was, because Blip just completely tanked after a couple of years. Like, I did pretty decent because like I had like a lot of features on Screw Attack and some other places, but it was just funny.
That's cool.
But like I posted a lot of videos, and like when I finally jumped to YouTube, I actually started getting a lot of response videos to some of my earlier stuff. It was kind of funny. Like the
I'm surprised you didn't cross post.
I really should have, but I had this weird thought in my head because all these like big content creators are like, don't stay off YouTube. The copyright control stuff's gonna destroy your channel. And like the funny thing was, I'm like, I don't know why I didn't just cross post at the beginning, like because I didn't create my channel until like 2.5 years after I had started making video content. Because I mean,
who knows? It could have been for the better because you were already like, you know, you already knew a little bit better what you were doing, and like your editing was probably better at the time, so.
Yeah,
you know, everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see where it all goes eventually. That's just kind of funny to me. But it's just like ultimately, I'm like, I remember like when people were like, "I'm going to VidMe," and I'm like, I wouldn't do that.
I jumped over to VidMe. I used both though. I cross-posted on both.
No, I mean, I did a thing briefly where I was posting to VidMe, and I'm like, nah, VidMe's not going to go anywhere. I could tell that immediately after I started using their systems, and I was like, nah, it's not going to last. So I like immediately stopped posting stuff to VidMe.
Yeah, the only reason I continued to was because after I made my first post, they verified me, and they pretty much like boosted every one of my like videos that I'd post there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty nice. They'd put me like on the front page. I was like, all right, I like this. This is good. And then motherfuckers started coming in like Game Dave and stuff like that. And I was just like, oof, all right, I'm going down to the bottom. I see what's happening here. Re-res joined in, and I'm like, all right, yep, I'm dead. I'm out, boys. Peace.
Sure,
And that was, and then some big debacle happened with like, I guess like political posts were starting to take over the front page. So like. I don't know, they came up with some way to filter it out, and then they altogether just took off anything underneath the political tag off of the front page completely, and then people started improperly tagging their videos so that they'd still be on the front page, and then VidMe would re-tag it under the right thing, and they'd be like, oh, VidMe changed my tags, and they'd make a video about it, and it's like, oh my god, you're on their platform. They can do that because you're not labeling it properly. That's why they have 9 different categories for what your video goes under, so people can go to that to find what they want.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry, one second. Mortimer Lafayette said, "I drank American beer one time. I forgot the name. Well, next time I want to drink pee, I'll start with my own." Wait, which American beer did you drink? Was it like Budweiser, or was it like Miller High Life? What garbage beer was it? I mean, like, because we have better beers. Like, here's like a Voodoo Ranger IPA. I mean, like. Much better. But like, are you like German, where you guys have that strict rule of beer has to be a certain way, or because like in
beer has to put hair on chest?
Well, no, like I found like I don't know, I always kind of like German beer. I felt it was kind of boring because like it's all made the same way, so it all tastes pretty similar.
I like the Hefeweizens or whatever; those are pretty good.
Those aren't too bad. I mean, like wait, let's see here, John Rogers. I'm going to try and go to bed. I'll catch you later, John. Thanks for dropping in, man. It's always good to see you.
Fun fact, I'm drunk, he says. I'm going to try and go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad. It's like, I'm thinking, like, I think next week I'm going to do a thing on my Discord where I'll just grab random folks in the chat and just bring them into the voice chat for like 15 minutes and then just like cycle through. I think that's what we'll do next time.
There you go.
Oh, God, chair kicked my ass.
You can, if you want, you can stay in that private room and then actually just drag people down into it.
That's my thought. See, John Riders, fuck you and your IPAs. Ah, you bastard.
Some people don't like the tastes. I get it.
I don't know. I can love IPAs.
It was a little like the first time I had an IPA, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, you finish the beer and then you get into the second beer and you're like, this is pretty good. All right, I get it.
Yeah. Let's see. Jeremy Dixon says American beer doesn't work anymore. American beer kicks the shit out of the rest of the world now. Yeah, I feel like ever since Jimmy Carter allowed for microbrewery stuff, it's kind of gotten a lot better.
Well, you're gonna get like the big name stuff, you know. That's what most people
like Budweiser and that
America
shit
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like all they think about when they think American beer is commercial beer, you know.
Yeah. Oh God, I gotta move. Still trying to drink
Shit,
beer.
I could walk into a beer store that has like over 1,000 different friggin' like types of beer. It's ridiculous, you know.
Yeah. I remember there was like a local veteran brewery here that was doing weird stuff where like they were putting like jalapenos in beer. It was really weird, but it was pretty neat. It was like Black's Creek or something like that. I don't know. It was really odd. It was like almost like you could taste the capsaicin from the jalapenos, but like it wasn't spicy. It was really weird.
Weird, yeah. This one place over here made like this coffee beer or something like that. I don't know. The town over has its own brewery. It's not the greatest. They try though. They try.
they try, really. They try.
On store shelves, so somebody has to enjoy it.
Yeah, they try. Let's see here. Seven Bills Newton. What will happen if Brazil and Colombia invade Venezuela? Probably nothing, because the United States and a variety of other powers have already recognized the interim president as the legitimate leader of the country. So we're probably not going to do anything. I think Russia and maybe a couple of the countries that still recognize Maduro, but other than that, probably nothing. I mean, ultimately, unless Russia's willing to start World War III, I doubt anything's going to happen. Because I think Monroe Doctrine, I think, is still pretty much well in place in terms of the United States inflicting its authority and control over South America. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I could be very wrong. But that seems to be the way historically things have gone.
We about to kick off World War III?
I mean, that was going to happen. It would have happened already. I mean, there have been plenty of opportunities for World War III in the last 30 years.
I was gonna make a joke about a kick-ass soccer game, and then you got real serious.
Wait, what soccer game?
Because it's Brazil and Venezuela. I don't know. Really bad joke.
Okay.
Just a really bad joke. That's it. And you were like, "No, here's facts, motherfuckers."
Oh, okay. See, will Russia go through with plans to build Air Force bases in Cuba? Probably, because I mean, like, they've had bases in Cuba in the past, and ultimately, I think, like, what was it, like 5 years ago, Russia forgave Cuban Cold War debt in exchange for base space, or in exchange for real estate. So I would be surprised if they didn't take advantage of that. But here's the thing, the Russian Air Force is garbage, so I wouldn't worry about anything the Russians can deploy.
Bad. What happened to us raising the flag at the end of World at War together, Russians and Americans? What the hell happened to that, man? We're so far removed.
Yeah, I think like the thing is like the Americans, we stopped fighting the Cold War like when it ended, and the Russians were like, all right, we're gonna start round 2, and the Americans aren't gonna know about it. Cold War 2.0, bro. You guys better be ready.
They realized the power. They were like, we can't let that happen to us.
Well, the Russians realized, they're like, man, fucking this whole social media thing is just an entire mechanism that the Americans don't realize can be exploited. They're like, yeah, they're all good people and just expect information to be right and correct all the time. So if we just put a bunch of bullshit on there, people are gonna eat it up hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
And so that's kind of what the Russians have done, and like. And the funnier, like, here's a funny thing. So, like, during the 2016 election, this random, like, these guys in Macedonia discovered that if they titled a random article with Donald Trump, that they would literally get, I think it was like an ad revenue, they would get like $20,000 per ad titled with Donald Trump in it. And so they were just generating random bullshit that would just draw ad clicks. And so it's just nuts, the stuff they were doing.
Fucking sounds like YouTube.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Like, so literally, it's just they're just taking advantage of a display algorithm that Facebook and or YouTube was allowing them to take advantage of, and just basically completely profiting off the click engine. But yeah, so I have a habanero beer. Oh, pretty good. Okay, cool.
Oh, I have the game muted. I can't hear it.
Oh, sorry. I paused it. Drinking beer and just burping. Yeah.
Oh no, I just can't hear it because I got the stream muted because I'm talking with you.
I can't imagine the game audio is. I don't know. I got headphones on, so I can't really hear the TV in front of me. Gotta fight this chair.
I hate this game. It's so fucking balls to the wall tough, man. It's like, you know, they wanted your quarters, but it's like, guys, you brought it to home consoles. You're not getting any more money. I already bought the damn thing.
I was kind of like, here's the funny thing. Like, we're like, it's a home console game. Why are continues a thing? Why can't I just play as much as I want? that always bugged me about like home console games. Stabbed in the knee.
Yeah, I think like the home to arcade conversions or the arcade to home conversions, like they still keep those same cheap tactics.
Mm-hmm. Well, like one of the games that like pissed me off the most is Die Hard Arcade for the Sega Saturn. Like, just makes me
alright.
That makes me so mad. Like, that game, they have 3 continues, and I'm like, oh, fuck you guys.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there's a level select code. That's pretty nifty, I guess.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be a bitch!
Maybe you want to play the game the way it's not meant to be played, or you want to be like... Oh man.
When's the last time you've played Fighting Force?
Let's see, like, I think the last time I played, like, Fighting Force 64 was in, God, I want to say, like, 99?
Yeah, God.
Because I remember, like, here's the funny thing. I remember, like, for whatever reason, I rented that game, beat the game, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta buy this game. So I went and spent, like, 60, 70 bucks buying Fighting Force 64, and then never touched it again.
Dick.
I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I guess I remember doing that. I'm like, why did I buy this game? Because I'm a dumbass.
I hated how 64 games were like $10 more too.
Oh, well, because of freaking the cartridges, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was so annoying.
I remember,
man.
like, God, I remember I mowed. God, what was it? To buy GoldenEye, because I swear to God, I was going like every other freaking day. I was going to rent it from the freaking video store, and I'm like, what am I doing? I need to buy this game. It was like $75. It was just ridiculous.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's a lot.
I
I
just,
didn't
like-
need to buy GoldenEye. Everybody in my like neighborhood had it.
No, I was the only kid. Like, I was just way into FPS at that point in time. Like, I gotta own GoldenEye. God, this game is kicking my ass.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It is fucking tough,
Yeah.
bro.
I guess we can go back to, we can go to... Alright, let's go from Splatterhouse to Legendary Axe again, because I only have 4 freaking games for the TurboGrafx.
Oof, Legendary Axe is tough as balls, too.
I found Legendary Axe is actually, this is Legendary Axe 2. It's just,
Oh,
I
I
don't know
haven't
where to
played that.
go in this game.
Wait, what? It's like, it's not like a left to right stage?
Well, it does a thing where you have to go, like, you have to go to the right, and then you have to go up an elevator, go all the top, and then go to the left.
God.
Yeah,
They're like,
oh,
let's copy
now-
Sonic design.
And now the signal's gross again, damn it.
That's fine.
Totally
Yeah,
fine.
I'll shoot
Yeah,
another.
whatever, yeah. Okay,
PMV.
that's
Or PVMs.
better. Still looks like, oh god. That looks real bad. Oh god, that's real bad.
I mean, it still looks better than Dr. Katz, so we're good here.
Oh, wait, that TV show from the 90s?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fucking Squiggle Vision. Who thought that was a good idea,
God,
man?
that was like the worst animation they could have done.
Dude. About 10 Turbo Hue card games.
Wait,
Hey,
wait,
don't you
Tyler,
retract
the
your
only
message?
N64 game I bought back in the day was Pokemon Stadium 2? What the hell? Really? Let's see, Symbol of Doom, are UFOs just a cover story to distract
Yes.
the public from National Guard covering up Bigfoot?
Just say it. Just say yes.
It's probably a cover story for like the National Guard doing like environmental damage they don't want you to report them for. Is usually what it is. Like, my favorite story was like, so the National Guard was doing operations in one area, and they had all these tanks moving through and like doing this like training maneuver, and they accidentally went through this gigantic Native American burial site and just destroyed it. Like friggin' like tanks rolling through it. They had no idea it was there. Like, oh, we had it marked with rocks, and it was like pebbles on the corners of it. And it was ridiculous.
Oh god, they were marked with rock piles?
Well, it was like you couldn't see them from like a tank. It was like stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just funny stuff like that. It's like, no, the National Guard probably, if the National Guard does that, it's them covering up for their own mistakes. I'm trying
Well,
to
they're
get
also
up.
not looking for something like that, too.
Well, like you don't
know,
see that
like-
stuff. Like ultimately, like the National Guard,
Yeah.
they'll buy like they do. Like the National Guard will typically do like a gigantic land exchange from like with BLM, like Bureau of Land Management. And so they'll get like a gigantic training range they can work on, and they have no idea where these like historical cultural sites are because they're not marked, they're not put out there. Oh, okay, we just got the weird whip thing that makes the guy really dainty. It's fantastic.
So, does anybody know where the local mall is?
Does anyone know where my golden axe is? I left my purse.
I need to get some new shoes. I can't jump high without my Nike pumps. Reebok did the pumps, actually, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The only time I ever saw those mentioned in like pop culture was what was it?
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I think Charles Barkley and or Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like, hang on, I'm out of air.
Oh,
and he's like, he
yeah!
pumps at his shoes. Yeah. Yeah, I forget like Dave Chappelle when he was like 20 years old.
Yeah, man, Jesus, he still looks like he's freaking 22. It's crazy.
Yeah, black don't crack, man.
Yeah, man, it's not fucking it's not a lie, dude. It's crazy, man. Same thing with Samuel. He's aged really well too.
Oh yeah,
man.
dude, like he was at Martin Luther King's funeral as a pallbearer, like, or not a pallbearer, but an usher, and like, but he still looks like, that was like 1960s. Dude still looks like he's in his like 40s. It's nuts.
Yeah, like you can see he's aged, but it's like he's still like, you know, like a lot of people's faces will like almost change as they get older and stuff like that.
What's your somebody said you want to feel old? Go on TikTok. I think TikTok, like you download that app. I think Chris Hansen will show up at your house.
Kids love super edgy humor. Yeah, that's me.
That's why Monkey Jones got deplatformed.
Edgy.
Too edgy.
Nah, I do have some bad jokes though.
Oh god.
No, not like racist jokes. They're just like my jokes are like dad jokes.
Oh god.
Like dad tier jokes, bro. I'm good with it though.
Oh nice. I can't wait. Like I have a daughter, and I'm so excited for when she gets to like teenage. I can just sit there and make really bad dad jokes. I'm so excited for that period in my life. She's only like 1.5 now, so I'm like, come on, I got so many shitty jokes.
Just pile it up. I gotta forget this one. I gotta write it.
I gotta write this one down when you're a teenager. It's gonna be great.
Write it down on the little above each little line, like 4 months old. This is how tall you were. 6 months, 7 months. This is how to put a new joke there for each.
Each
This way, you're like, we've got a lot of catching up to do. Come over here.
Let's see here. This was a fun stream, dudes. Gotta go. 6 hours. Catch you later, man. Thanks for dropping in. Always good to see you. I think you dropped in the last one, so great seeing you.
Yeah, Sarumaru's a cool dude. He actually drew like my avatar for me.
Oh yeah, I think I just recently subscribed to his channel. I think because I think he was. It was funny because I think Jimmy Hoppa was in his stream for a bit, and then when that stream ended, he jumped over in mine, and I think Sarumaru followed him over.
Yeah, he finished a game on the Super CD called FX Unit Yuki. It's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna like make a Hue card version of it though. It's only for the Super CD.
Ah, okay.
I believe there was him talking about maybe bringing it to like Steam or something like that in the future.
Is that like a Hue card game for like for actually like the TurboGrafx, or what do you mean?
What, the game he made?
Yeah.
No, it's the Super CD is like the PC Engine CD.
Oh, okay.
Thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I can't imagine it'd be that easy to procure a Hue card to make a game on these days.
Yeah. No, geez, that'd be nuts, man. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be novel, you know. Like,
Yeah,
it'd probably be a very small run, if anything.
I don't even know how you'd make that. I mean, they have to like.
Yeah, even at that, like, how would you go about burning it? Like, I don't think anybody's ever like.
you have to like find like ancient equipment to manufacture a Hue card. That'd be interesting. God, that'd be interesting.
Wow, I'd say you could reuse it, but I don't know if it's complicated like the NES, where all the games use like different like wired boards and stuff like that. Like some boards couldn't support scrolling and such. Like those were like further advancements that happened with the technology.
Well, yeah, like I mean, like the neat thing about the when people were porting Star Fox 2 to like FX games that they were wiping.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. They would just grab a random FX game that sucked, like the racing ones, and then they would just like
Yeah.
burn them and.
Well, I think they just take the chip off of it and then put it onto a different board for another game.
Well, I think they would just like wipe it and then just start over.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure. Those boards are all weird because they're completely wired differently. There's so many different model of board, like motherboards for the games. It's crazy, man. I didn't even realize until like one of my friends was talking to me that makes reproductions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of wanted to make a video on it, but I was like, who the fuck is gonna care about this, man? I'm gonna do all this research, I'm gonna find out all this stuff, I'm gonna find some sort of interesting way to present it, and everybody's just gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, it was really also like I did all this research for that Nintendo breaking the law thing and paying a lawsuit with a coupon. And like I even got like a bunch of like different YouTubers to like collaborate on it, and like it's like one of my worst viewed videos. I'm like, ah, damn it. That's like the funniest thing to me about that one. And I'm like, it's actually a really good video too. And I'm like, motherfucker. Was actually really funny. It was like,
Yeah, okay, I did watch that. I was gonna say, wait a minute, I think I remember watching
I think I literally titled it "That Time Nintendo Paid a Lawsuit with a Coupon."
Yeah.
Which is basically true. It's true, actually, it's exactly what they did.
How Microsoft could have saved the Dreamcast by adding a second fucking joystick.
Oh yeah, that one I thought was pretty fun. It was like ultimately like Nintendo, Microsoft and Sega, like they came really close. It was like Sega's like, hey, if you guys support the Dreamcast on the Xbox, we're all down for this. And like Microsoft's like, nah, we're not gonna. And Sega's like, well, fine, we're out. And they're like, okay, you do that. And Sega's like,
we gotta go to Steam now.
It was like, well, the funny thing was like Sega, like they got really close to it, and they were Sega was borderline gonna partner or they were going to merge with Bandai.
Weird.
Yeah, so they were. It was gonna be like Sega was like, oh yeah, we're gonna pitch it. We're gonna merge with Bandai. We're gonna be this gigantic anime entertainment company, and then Bandai like apparently what killed the deal wasn't like Bandai like executives. It was like a bunch of like Bandai middle tier managers who were like, why are we doing this? It's ultimately we're just eating up Sega's bad debt. And so it's
Bandai Sega.
Yeah, so
and then next year it would be Sega Bandai.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like Bandai was like, no, we're not gonna do it, man. Like we're out, dog. Because like ultimately a lot of these like middle tier manager guys were like, no, we're not even gonna do this because we don't want to do this because it's a bad idea.
I'd like to say they're in a good place because they're keeping their head above water and they're still around.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're listening. They're finally starting to like port some of their newer games to bringing them forward to new generations and stuff like the Bayonetta series and what was that other one, man? That sliding game with shooting. It's so insane. It's made by the same dudes who did who worked on Bayonetta.
That one I don't know. Gunstar Hero?
Yeah, Platinum Games. Vanquish. There we go.
I think Sega has lost a lot of who they were from the earlier part of the decade, which is unfortunate, but...
Well, as much as we want to deny it, I mean, their whole, like, push was Sonic as a mascot, and outside of that, I don't know that they had anything else, and they went for a pretty long time off of that, I think. I definitely love my Genesis more than the Super Nintendo, though, so I'm not like talking shit about it. That's for
yeah.
Like,
I myself am a Genesis kid for sure.
Yeah, I luckily had both. My cousin got tired of like playing video games. He got older and just gave me like his Genesis with all his games.
Pretty
So
sweet deal.
I lucked out with that. Yeah, I lucked out completely, man. I was like, my jaw was dropped because when he had it, he would like barely let me touch it. Like, and like if I was able to play it for some reason, like he had a Game Genie, I couldn't touch the Game Genie. I was like, what? I could play your games, but I can't touch the Game Genie? Okay.
What a dick.
Yeah, like, right? I want to play Sonic with like super jumping on and shit like that, you know? Like, you know, just mess around with codes and try to come up with stuff and see how it reacts. Like, I don't know, I used to mess around with that stuff all the time.
Yeah, I think it was, what was it? Like, for my family, it was we had an NES, and then when we, like, later on, we, like, well, so it was more like, so we had an NES, but, like, my brothers and I, we'd get in, like, giant fist fights over who could play the games. And so my mother ended up donating the console, because, like, no, you guys can't be friendly to each other with this game system around. So, like, we didn't have an NES growing up, so, like, the next system we got after that was a Genesis.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was just fun.
First game?
I'm trying to remember what game. Like, so it came with the packet it came with was Sonic. Yeah, Sonic. That was the one we got. And then like the next bunch we got, we actually got a bunch of games that they were on clearance, and then we got the like Virtual Racing was on clearance, and it was like this buy one get two deal with Virtual Racing, so it's kind of nuts.
Is that that's the big car, right? The virtual
the
racing?
SVP car, yeah. So it's got the gigantic thing there.
Yeah, and then the ones with the little like 4-player ports on them or whatever.
Oh god, the Micro Machines one, yeah, that had all this.
There's a few of them, I think. I saw one of them in Too Many Games, and I was like, oh man, this would be cool to have, but I also just like my money right now.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh god, damn it! I was looking at the chat and I just got wrecked. Let's see here. Bayonetta legal status is odd. Unless the Nintendo characters except for the first game. Let's see, Tyler says, Video Game Hunter says, my first game console was Genesis. The best. So, good work there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Best conversions, baby.
It must be weird for people who grow up with the Sega Genesis reading news about new Sonic, the new Sonic movie. Yeah, I'm really curious about how that one's going to happen out. I'm kind of hoping in my heart of hearts that it'll be as weird and abstract as the
Sonic Twitter page.
As the Sonic Twitter page is more like inhabited with like a bunch of furries, right? Like where that's gone.
I'm not sure it's golden though. Like it's always burning somebody, and it's always a good post.
I think it was more the like where the like my heart of hearts. I hope the Sonic movie is going to end up like the Mario Brothers movie, just being completely ridiculous.
I've always loved that movie, and now the more people are like starting to appreciate it, man, like it makes me really happy because people would knock it. It's like, what did you want them to do with a guy who jumps around in a game and hits things with his head? What did you expect? You have your characters, you have a world. There, you like what? There wasn't much to work on. I thought. So like I always thought it was funny and enjoyed it. Like the set pieces were cool and stuff like that. Like I don't know.
Oh. No, I completely agree with you there. Like like when I was a kid watching the Mario Bros. Movie, I was like, I'm like, I don't know where else can go with this.
Even the Street Fighter movie, I enjoy.
Well, here's a funny thing. Like watching it as a kid, I'm like, this is a bad movie. But like watching it as an adult, like to watch Raul Julius's performance, you're like, this is amazing.
Yes, and like, the quick change in the channel moment.
Oh god,
where the truck is coming down to the Jeep or the tent that they're sitting in, and Zangief is like watching it in the tent on the TV, and he's like, "Quick, change the channel! Like it's gonna make the truck not come towards the tent that he's standing in." It's always cracked me up, man.
So I guess like the funny thing is like with the whole like where Street Fighter is. Like you'll watch the Raul Julius movie from the '90s, and you'll watch the Legend of Chun-Li movie now with Kristen Crook, and it's just.
I haven't even touched it.
Oh god, it is. It is probably the worst movie you can ever watch, and it's fantastic in that regard. But it doesn't even come like at least in terms of like when you compare it to the Raul Julius one. Like Raul Julius one's like you have his acting that supports it, but with the Legend of Chun-Li one, you have like Chris Klein, who's just this really dead character. Then you have Kristen Crook, who's a really dead character, and it makes no sense.
No, he was so alive in that movie, and just like you could tell he loved that role. They were just like, yeah, we don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I guess it was funny because his kids were like, yeah, like I guess he took the whole role because the kids loved the game, I guess, apparently. And then Jeremy Nixon says, why are you going back? Because I wasn't paying attention, and I'm like 4 beers deep now, making this game a lot harder. Yeah.
Start a Street Fighter cinematic universe. Don't they just have like really good anime for that?
Well, I think the funny thing with the Kristen Crook Street Legend of Chun-Li, I think they actually had the plan to do that. And I don't know what their whole reasoning was, but like actually the guy, what is it? Folded Ideas, like with a whole like YouTube video about it recently, where I guess like literally the producers of The Legend of Chun-Li had watched Transformers and tried to make the movie like Transformers.
What?
It's actually a pretty brilliant review. If you watch Folding Ideas and like you watch his video on The Legend of Chun-Li, it's great.
Folding Ideas?
Yeah.
Alright, let me look this up.
Just go Legend of Chun-Li, Folded Ideas, or...
Yeah, I'll just check the channel out. Glass isn't a very good movie.
That's what it was. Legend of Chun-Li teased a Rio movie. That's what they were doing. You're totally not paying attention. You got me, Jeremy. I was not paying attention to what I was doing.
Here we go. The Art of Storytelling.
That's the one, yeah. It's a great video.
I'll let it start up real quick. This way it goes into my history.
Yeah. But I think I'm probably going to end the review, or end the stream here, because I'm going for about 4 hours. And it's about 1:30 a.m. here.
That pitfall did him in, boys.
Yeah, it did me in. But I want to thank you guys very much for jumping in and hanging out as long as you have. This was basically just a test stream, so I'm going to hammer out a lot of the production qualities of this one, especially like the gigantic weird error here with the video quality and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just lighting. That's
it's pretty much lighting. Yeah, so gotta fix that and kind of play with this and see how it goes. But thank you guys very. Easy. How's it going, man?
Yeah,
thanks for dropping in, dude.
Cool.
And I appreciate the donation.
Yeah, man.
I really appreciate that, actually. But it's actually just gonna show you guys this whole random thing, and then not gonna stream this weekend, unfortunately, because I have army crap I have to do. So next weekend we'll be back like normal. But thank you guys very much for dropping in and hanging out as long as you have. I want to thank Rewind Mike for hopping into Discord and chit-chatting as long as he has.
It was fun.
Yeah, alright. Alright, thank you. You guys have a fantastic night. You guys have a great night. Alright, bye.
Take it easy, everybody.